Yep. Woo! Off season, stay busy, baby. Off season is where the championships are won. And trust me, man, your boy Boss, he definitely getting ready to bring you
another one.
So you gotta pay attention. You gotta really pay attention because see, this is the off season. You'll get thrown off.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
So you can't fall for that wee woo. You gotta keep your eyes open. Don't fall for the fake wee woo on Terrence Steele. Your boy Boss got you, man. I'm gonna make sure you don't slip. Cause there's a lot of people slipping.
Another one.
Run it up.
But I ain't. I see right through it. So I'm gonna break it all the way down to you. Trust me. Yeah.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
I'm finna give you the business. And trust me, I almost guarantee ain't nobody seeing it. Ain't nobody seeing it, but your boy Boss is gonna break it all the way down. Y'all sit back. I'll be right back.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Yeah. You tried to get us with the wee woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
You not go get Boss with the wee woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Yeah, you do the wee. Nah, not me. I got you. Trust me, I see right through it. I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain the whole thing. Sit back.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Maybe I need to put up that thumbnail and hit that button one more time. Let's go.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
I gotta change this title. Let me change this title. Wee woo, baby. We ain't falling for no wee woos over here. Hey, give me 1 second, man. We ain't falling for Boss got you. Alright. So, alright. Oh man, these boys tried us, y'all. They tried us.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Gotta keep your eyes open for that wee woo. So, I'm certain I see the wee woo. Alright. I see some major wee woo, so let's break it down. All right. So obviously we've been hearing news on Terrence Steele. Alright, so let's just kind of talk about this. Alright, so we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna really break this down. First, let me turn down this music because I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Alright. So this is important that we talk about this because this is gonna lead perfectly into a series that we're gonna be doing, the OC and I. We're gonna be working on this series because I'm certain more than ever that tackle is the Dallas Cowboys' top choice, and I'm gonna explain it. It's not too easy to see. You got to be able to connect the dots, but I'm pretty sure I connected it, and it goes into this wee-woo that they tried on us today. So this is the wee-woo that they tried, right? So let's take a look at this. Jerry Jones says at the NFL owners meeting that he sees Terrence Steele as a tackle and providing OT depth. Wait, I gotta just start laughing. God, wait a minute. See, let me just keep reading. And provide an OT depth with Tyron and Tyron Smith. As for left guard, the draft is probably the best spot to address that need, but Jones didn't rule out using someone from within. Really? Are you telling us the truth, Mr. Nick Eatman? You're being honest with us, aren't you? You're telling us the draft strategy. You're putting it in the public. Hey, we the Cowboys. We don't lie.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
So you just told the whole world your draft strategy this early? Nah, you can run that game on somebody else, not me. Nah. Wee woo, and I got the proof. This is major wee woo. It's all good though. You tried it. So you mean to tell me that, and it's becoming clearer and clearer to most Cowboy fans that Terrence Steele is officially really our best offensive lineman. I've been saying it since last year. People finally starting to kind of come around to that. It's people that still trying to sneak. They still try to sneak Zach Martin over him. Zach Martin is not better than, especially at run blocking. Not right now. He just not. Now, I mean, I showed the film on this over and over, but there's no way you can look at Terrence Steele right beside Zach Martin, mauling bars. It's in your face. It's been in your face for 2 years. But then you go try to say that he is a backup? That he gonna be backing up Tyron Smith?
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
That is definitely some wee woo. But see, boss, how can you prove it? How can you prove it? Well, I just so happen to be in the right places at the right time, and y'all know me. If it's anything y'all should know about Boss Cowboy right now, y'all should know I pay attention. Y'all should know I listen very, very well. I'm pretty much, I can say I probably got the best ears in the content game. I don't think people catch details like me. I'm just being honest. Everybody got to know their gift. That's my gift. When it comes down to investigating and stuff like that, you're not gonna get stuff over on me that quick. It might work on other people, but it ain't gonna go by me. Not that quick. Pastor Taft said with a super chat, he said, Jerry is on that billionaire boy cap, and now he playing some strong poker right now, Pastor. He playing some strong. But see, this is the problem. He tried it, Pastor. He tried it, but see, he got the wrong one. See, I'm seeing it. See, he's showing his cards. He showed his cards, but then tried to pull it back. He bluffing. He done showed all his cards, and I see through the bluff. This is a quality bluff by the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm gonna prove it. So this came out through Nick, so I showed where Nick said this. But what if I showed you Nick saying something else? So let me show you what Nick said earlier in the morning. So listen as we break down what Nick said this morning. Listen.
Yeah, Nick Eatman was on this morning with Sean and RJ, and he's coming up at 6 o'clock. Is this your former boss?
Hold on.
.com.
Hold on. Wait. Let me get my audio right, because I gotta have this all the way right. Hold on. Let me get this right. Because they really tried the wee-woo. See, that's why you got to stay with Boss Cowboy Sports, man. You got to stay with me. Because, see, trust me, I guarantee most people didn't catch this. I guarantee. But y'all just listen. Watch this.
Yeah, Nick Eatman was on this morning with Sean and RJ, and he's coming up at 6 o'clock. Is this your former boss?
Yes.
Okay, your former boss, DallasCowboys.com.
Brown Brother said, yes. Oh, Pastor Self said, that's what I mean. Yeah, he playing some, Pastor, he is playing some mean poker right now. This is first class poker, but it's actually sloppy though. I ain't gonna lie, it's sloppy. It's sloppy poker. He tried it, but it was sloppy. He trying to bluff, but it's honestly, I see right through it. You can see the bluff. I saw the bluff clear, but I'm gonna make it clear to y'all. Check this out. Just check this out.
He comes on with Sean and RJ every now and then during the season and off season. He's coming on with us tonight because he's one of the only reporters there at the owners meeting. So he's in hot demand right now.
So he, especially earlier, because obviously you see his other reporters out there at the owners meeting. You see Mike Fish out there. You seeing other people out there. But earlier it was just Nick. Nick out there by himself. So Nick pretty much was going to be where any kind of sources, any kind of leaks, anything was going to come through. Now you hearing stuff, obviously, from Fish, who asked him the question about Zeke and stuff like that. So you seeing that. But this morning, the only person who had access and was talking to Jerry was Nick. So listen.
He was asked what he thinks will be the alignment at offensive line. And the question from Bob came in, do you think Tyron will play left tackle and Tyler left guard, or is Tyler going to play left tackle? And he said he likes Tyler at left tackle, Tyron Smith at right, even though your main man Steele out there is going through physical therapy and doing better than any big man the Cowboys have ever seen. You saw that video last week. He's scooting. He's doing a nice job, that Terrence Steele is. He even said, "I'm back," in the caption, but
that was it was doctor's order for me, like no arousal for about 5 days, and then I saw that video and I broke protocol. Holy hell, Terrence Steele moving around. I thought that looked like a pre-injury video to me, dude.
Was that the only time you broke protocol?
No, Marquise Noel got me as well. Watching that guy ball out for K-State.
Yeah, and see, this is another thing that's likely going on too, Pastor Taff. Trying to get that price down. That's another thing. See, that's a whole nother talk. See, I see what they doing. See, this is some. Let's just keep going though. Check this out. Listen.
That was a 6 to midnight situation. That it was borderline painful, actually.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think about this idea of Tyron Smith at right tackle? To me, it kind of goes along with their idea that pass protection is going to be more important than run blocking. Didn't they say that? Mike McCarthy said that at some point.
See, notice that they saying that they foresee T. Smith at right tackle, Tyron. All right, so this is why, remember when we went through, because we already talked about some of this before. Remember we talked about tackle, right? We talked about tackle. Now, see, this is one thing they ain't telling you. You got to just be able to put together the pieces yourself, okay? So keep in mind, just listen to me. Right now, take Broderick Jones, because we're going to be talking about potential tackles. Okay, and I guarantee the Cowboys are looking at going tackle in the first pick. But listen, just hear me out. Take out Broderick Jones. If you talking about T. Smith being your right tackle, and you talking about Tyler being your left, they trying to give the impression that they trying to look at guard. Nah, they ain't doing that. That's not what they doing. Because in reality, the way the team is just currently constructed, they don't have as many quality guard replacements as they have tackle replacements. So the common sense thing that the Cowboys would do, not if you just take out the bluff that they trying, they likely would have to put either Ball, Matt Lewesko, or Collins at left tackle. Do anybody believe that they gonna do that? Of course not. Cause this is a bluff. This is a quality bluff that the Dallas Cowboys are trying to pull on the public. I'm cool with it because it's smart. I'm glad they not showing they real intentions right now. But this is a very, very quality bluff. But keep listening.
Yeah, but they weren't as good. Tyron Smith playing right tackle wasn't as good as having Terrence Steele over there playing there. There was clearly a disconnect between Tyron Smith and Zach Martin when it came to run blocking, just sorting out the scoops, the reaches, the blocks that you have to be able to execute to be able to run the football. And with Terence Steele, I mean, there's a good rapport between him and Martin, and you could tell. And I'm surprised that I will say this about Nick. Nick just doesn't throw stuff up against the wall.
That's why I brought it up.
And hope for the best.
So what he's saying about Nick, he said Nick don't just throw stuff up against the wall. That's what he's saying. So the talk of Tyron Smith at right tackle, he's saying, yeah, he heard that. That part, yeah, he heard. But that part about Tyler Smith at left tackle, nah, I ain't buying it. Hold on real quick. You say hold on real quick. Coach said, he said the Cowboys is negotiating the meeting again, and I hate that. This is what they do when your price is too high. I think it's a little bit of negotiating through the medium. I think it's more of a, like you said on your B part, that it's a draft smoke screen. I think it's more of a draft smoke screen. This is, in my opinion, I think this is a wee-woo smoke screen, Coach. But let me keep listening. Watch this.
If Nick is reporting this, he's someone of high up in the food chain is telling him this.
I remember being hopeful that Tyron would play better, and then he didn't.
He didn't.
Maybe an off season, a training camp out there, you could get all of this sorted out, and you could have a better right tackle with Tyron Smith. I can't rule it out. It's so contingent on staying healthy and being able to work on that, sustainably for weeks at a time.
If that was the case, I don't know why they would have reduced his salary then.
Well, that's what Nick said. He said if you look at the contract structure, it's with incentives.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And there's no way Tyron agrees to that unless you're telling him the plan is for you to start.
Okay.
If you don't get hurt, you can keep starting.
Okay.
That's the only way, according to Nick, you would agree to a contract like that.
Yeah,
See, I'm going to be honest with you, and we're going to talk about this. The Cowboys are playing this very, very wee-woo, but it's also smart. So you want to get Tyron to drop his price, right? So you tell him, hey, man, we want you to start. We want you to start. But a way to get him to also have a much cheaper price is to have his contract mostly incentivized based on his play. Because if most of his pay is based on his play, what is likely going to happen? More than likely, what's been happening every year. So they basically making him a promise knowing his body not gonna be able to keep up with the B part of the promise. And they gonna have, I'm telling you how they likely laying this out. They gonna have some replacements already ready to go. And they gonna designate him to the swing like they always intended to. So that's a way to give him a pay cut smooth, is to make most of his contract incentive base. Smart by the Cowboys. Is actually very, very smart. And you starting him off at the right tackle position buys you time for Steele to come back ready. You don't have to rush Steele. So it's going to have the impression like we are starting Tyron Smith, but he is really a placeholder. That's what's really going on. He's a placeholder. He's somebody that's better than most. So he's better than Ball. He's better than Matt Lewesko. He's better than Collins, but he's not better than Steele at this point. That's what's going on. And Jerry and them are playing this very, very smart. Because in the end, he gonna end up getting paid not as much because most of his new contract is incentive based. So when he's beat out or when he's hurt, you don't have to pay him as much. But you get to keep him by saying, we want you to start. Wee woo. Very smart wee woo though. Keep listening.
You know, to me, if they went after his money, they got the money, but to me, I just felt like that he was going to be a Jason Peters type of player. The future of your offensive line is not Tyron Smith.
Right.
The future it's Steele and it's Smith, Tyler Smith.
I think it does a good job of kind of thinking about what we're putting out there with he might be more of the Jason Peters role.
I think that's really
where
what
he
it's
can
going to
go
come down
and
to.
be essentially your swing tackle, but also I do think, and we talked last week about the change with the coaching staff and the offensive line coach, Philbin loved Steele. I mean, Steele was a guy that, all they talked about was his work ethic, right? And he's improving. He's everything you want. He's in the weight room. He's training. I mean, he got the offseason award
First
2
in,
years
last
ago,
out guy,
right?
yeah.
Now you got Mike Solari. Is that relationship still as strong with Terence Steele? Or are they looking, let's go into a competition. Let's let the best man win there on the right side.
I was with Bobby Belt this weekend, and if you listen to The Love of the Star, which is out this morning, we talked about that. My biggest concern for the Cowboys this year is not how they're going to run the ball. I have the biggest question about how the offensive line coach is going to mesh with the younger players that are on this line. That guy does not have a great history of that.
Okay, elsewhere in the C note.
Yeah. And so I see some of y'all saying it's more about Steele contract. I think it got something to do with Steele contract, but I think it more so has to do with a bluff. I think this is a smart bluff by the Dallas Cowboys. I think they bluffing. This is draft season. In my opinion, you don't want to show your hand. You don't want to show what your real intentions are for that first pick. Because we already showed you on this channel that there are 5 potential starter grade tackles for 26. So with the fact that you already gearing up to even have Tyron Smith to play right tackle, meaning you are leaving a hole somewhere on that left side, either the left tackle or the left guard. But see, because what did they always remember? What they've always called Tyler Smith? They've always called him a left side player. They didn't call him a left tackle, a left guard. No, they said a left side player. Most, I ain't gonna say most, but some of us, and I'm on this too, I think he got, and I'm being honest, I think Tyler Smith has Zach Martin-ish type of upside at left guard. And how can you even consider going against San Fran again with Hargraves and don't consider having Tyler meet strength with strength going into year 2? So all you have to do is just look at you can just look around. Look at most grades. Most grades go have a majority of tackles ready to go. Yeah, and see, and this is what they saying. This is a good thought. This is a good thought by Coach. He said, I hear you still is ahead of schedule. The saying he going to start Tyron and Tyler help stretch that tackle class. Exactly. The top 5 tackle or better. Exactly. That's, to me, what they doing, Coach. Coach, that's exactly what they doing. They trying to keep, in my opinion, they trying to keep under mask and they trying to keep under wraps. They bluffing. This is a bluff. I ain't falling for it. You ain't gonna hit me with that wee woo. I see right through it.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
And it's smart. And I'm glad they doing it. I'm glad they bluffing. Because see, this is the thing. Does Mike McCarthy have more power or less power? Yeah. I definitely see them replacing, Smith at 26 again. I definitely see it. But let me ask y'all a question. Does Mike McCarthy have more power or less power? All of us would say he has more power. Is Mike McCarthy a stealth guy or is he a loose lip guy? Is he a hide your hand guy or does he tell the world what he doing? He's a hide your hand guy. He's a hide your hand guy. And with Mike McCarthy having more power, that's also likely meaning that Jerry and Steven are running the plays, and I'm talking about public plays, that he won't run. So likely, I'm telling you, likely, I bet $1 million on this, that they looking at tackle. And see, what they doing is they trying to bluff. But see, when you're a real poker player, you can see it. You be like, oh, so you mean to tell me that on March 27th, y'all told the world your draft strategy? You just got to be able to put it together. Nah, it don't make sense what they saying. Because like I said, I'm going to show y'all this again in case anybody missed it. If you talking about, which they said, if you talking about having Tyron Smith play right tackle, you are leaving a massive hole on that left side. Either the guard or the tackle position. But see, your left side player is flexible. So you gotta ask, what's the best way to fill it? So you mean to tell me, now let's just think this through. Let's just look at this diagram. Hold on, let me put the diagram back. Let's just look at this diagram. Where are we vulnerable? Just look at it. Let's just look at it. And let's just think. Where are the Dallas Cowboys vulnerable? They are vulnerable at tackle. You got Steele, and I know they saying he ahead of schedule, but don't get too excited from that one video where they showed him setting. Nah, don't get too excited about that. Because see, that's not enough. Hold on. Mike is clandestine coach. Wise as serpents, but innocent as doves. Not letting the right hand know. Exactly. That's Mike. What the left hand is doing. Yeah, that is Mike McCarthy right there, Pastor. Perfectly said. And so we looking at this big old void on the left. We looking at this big old void on the left side if you go play Tyron Smith on the right. And both tackles are also vulnerable. I know y'all saw Steele doing the scooty scoot and it got everybody saying, he's ahead of schedule. Did you see him push anybody? Did you see any lateral movement? Nope. You just saw him doing a couple of drop sets. That's it. Ooh, he ahead of schedule. He gonna be ready. I ain't betting on that. I'm betting that he gonna need time. That's what I'm betting on. I'm betting he gonna need time. And I'm almost certain he's not gonna be ready by week 1. He might, but if they do try to have him ready by week 1, they gonna be rushing him, and that would be a bad idea. That would be a bad idea. So when you really look at it and think about it, I ain't buying this wee-woo that Nick is selling. I'm not buying. Oh, you really... Hold on, you really try to tell me that they see Steele as a backup? and Tyron Smith as the starter? Okay. You tried it. That's gonna work on some of the fan base. But it ain't gonna work on this one. It ain't gonna work on the people that watch this channel. So Nick Eatman out there, yeah, they looking at Terrence Steele as a tackle providing depth.
Another one.
Stop, Nick. Stop. See, we got the film. We got the film, Nick. We got the film. You can't do it. You can't do it. And my boy, he say Lost in Translation podcast. He say sin is definitely a problem. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, big dog. Sin is not the problem that we think it is. That's why Tyler made the Pro Bowl as an alternate. You know, Tyler played a whole lot better last year. You don't make Pro Bowls being an issue, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyler Biadasz actually did his thing. You know. So, and then they say maybe they, and then Regina say maybe they want it to be his last year. No, I think they wanted it to be his last year. Last year, Regina, let me say it like that. I'll put it like this. They wanted Tyron Smith last year to be last year. I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm being honest. And that's why they drafted Tyler Smith. Because Tyler Smith was the plan to get rid of him last year. But what they didn't account for, and I'm going to tell you like this, he likely would have been his last year if Steele didn't get hurt. They would have moved all the way on if Steele didn't get hurt. But see, now that Steele is hurt, moving on from Tyron Smith actually don't make the most football sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. And my boy say, Tyron needs to retire. Not yet. You don't want to throw him away yet. No, you don't. Yeah, I would have been open to throw him away, Mr. Adams, if Steele didn't get hurt. But see, now that Steele is hurt, we need you one more year, sir. Just one more year. Because we got to get Steele back. And if we smart, we don't want to rush that. We want him back, and we want him back like he was. We want him back like he was, where he was dunking grown men on their head like this. Just dunking, rah! Just pancaking dudes, and they getting up woozy. Just imagine, just look at him getting up, shaking his head. See, that's what they want. That's what they want. Hopefully that's what they want, and you got to play it right. If you playing it smart, you want T. Smith to just hold it down for about 5 to 6 weeks. That's what you want. Hold on, cute. He said 9 months out is October and full strength. November plus he never wore knee braces. You have to get used to playing in knee braces. Now, coaches are offensive linemen. And he said, I have firsthand experience. Yeah. I feel that too. So hold on. He said 9 months out is October and full strength November. Right. See, and see, that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't see I know we saw him doing the scoots. I'm talking about him setting, as an offensive line. We saw him, drop, doing his sets. We like, ooh, he's ahead of schedule. No, it's what coach said. We talking 9 months from that to be in October. Full strength November. And see, you watching him do the scoots. I'm saying scoots because I'm just being funny. But that ain't no movement that show you that the ACL is ready. It don't even let you know if he ahead of schedule. It just lets you know that his quad is strong and he's able to go straight back. You're not seeing that knee get pushed on lateral movement. And then, okay. My boy say, this is what y'all say, okay? See, let me tell y'all something about me. I don't go with crowds. I go with film, dog. See, a lot of y'all like to go with what's popular. Steele is not our best offensive lineman. You tweaking, bro. All right. So this is the sad part. I can literally turn on the film and show y'all Steele getting way more push right beside Zach Martin. Y'all gonna still call it a lie. Even though I'm showing you, I can show you to your face, put them boys side by side, let you look and grade who getting way more push with the guys in front of them. I can show you the film and some of y'all still gonna say, he not the best, boss, he not the best. Like, you ain't gonna find no film of Zach Martin doing a pancake like that in the last 2 years. You ain't gonna find one. Not even one. And look at this one. They side by side. Zach Martin and Steele. Look who get more push. Who's Zeke running behind? Yeah. And when did they have the most running success? They had their best running success running behind Steele. See, I don't go with the crowd. See, it's easy to be afraid and just say what's popular. Zach Martin is our best. God, Zach Martin the Christ. I just look at the film, bro. I just look at the film. That's all I do. That's all I do. But see, I already went through this with Steele. And I learned a hard lesson about our fans, media, and I learned this the hard way. You know what I learned, sadly, with Steele? You know what I learned? People don't respect film. No, they don't. People don't respect film. You can literally show people the film side by side. You can literally show people the film and they still go with what's popular. They go with what they hear and what they think more than what they see. I witnessed this because when I first started really trying to sell Steele, right? The first person, guess who was the first person that was wrong? You want to know who the first person that was wrong? Me. I was the first person. I was wrong. Me and the OC was saying at the beginning of the 2021 season, Lyle Collins is better. We was saying it. But then we was doing shows and we was saying we was calling it Competition Tuesday. And so because it was Competition Tuesday, we was like, well, we looking at Steele playing right now. Lyle is likely getting ready to come back, so we need to break down both of these guys side by side. So then me and the OC really, just because we was doing Competition Tuesdays, began to break down the film. So the OC was breaking it down by himself. I'm breaking down the film on my own. And we came together and we had the same conclusion. I said, bro, we've been telling people wrong the whole time. And I went public and I apologized on this channel. I said, y'all, I've been telling y'all that Lyle was better. I was wrong. And me and the OC gave Steele 6 games. We didn't even start saying early. We let him play for 6 games before we just was like, before we was like, he better. And I remember what happened. We did a side-by-side breaking down Lyle versus Steele. The OC was the first person to talk about, hold on, say we need to take a break, a like break. It's not enough people hitting that like. Yeah, let's hold on. But this is important what I'm talking about. The OC was the first person that was talking about Lyle hip. Nobody was talking about that. The OC was saying, boss, you don't see that? He laboring. And I was like, I don't see it. I couldn't see it. And the OC, he showed me a particular play. He said, look at that. And I said, ooh, I do see. He laboring. I start seeing it. Then after the season, they start talking about that hip. The OC saw it from the first tape versus Tampa and hit it dead on the head. Hold on, let's take us a light break because I got to talk about this though. Because see, if you follow this channel, I want y'all to kind of live by a certain code. It's a certain code I want people to live by. So before we do that, we got over 200 people up in here. We got over 200. We only got 70 likes. That happens. It easily happens because you know this content is good. It's easy to get caught up, right? It is, especially we talking about stuff that a lot of people not seeing or a lot of people not talking about. Most people not seeing the wee woo in this stuff. I'm seeing the wee woo. I'm seeing the poker that's being played. It's poker. And then Matt said, to me, Terrence Steele, Tyron Smith are best offensive linemen on the team. We should get another guard in the draft. I actually think we should get another tackle, but I would be cool with guard. I would be cool. I think the tackles are better than the guards. I think that most of the tackles that we will be talking about are better than most of the guards, in my opinion. So it all depends on how you rate the guards versus the tackle. So I just want y'all to get ready, because right now we laying the groundwork that likely, and I'm just being honest with y'all, likely, especially when I look at that wee-woo that they trying to run, this old smokescreen bluff wee-woo that they trying to do, trying to make it seem like Terrence Steele is just a swing, even though maybe some of y'all still say Zach Martin the best lineman. That's fine. I ain't gonna argue with that because he is super nice. He's still super cold. He's still, he great. He doing this thing. So if we disagree on that, cool. But he ain't under nobody else. But then Nick come out and say he gonna play behind Tyron and Tyler. Man, stop. That's wee woo. No. And all of us know that. Well, some people don't know it's wee woo. And then and see, Daniel, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I keep saying this a lot. Daniel said, what about center? See, center was a fake need last year. See, last year, just like tight end, people was trying to find solutions to what was breaking down the run game last year. So they just start pulling stuff out their butt. They start saying we need to replace Tyler. And remember, they really wanted Lindenbaum. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? People loved them some Lindenbaum. But I was telling people, I was like, bro, first of all, let me show y'all something, because a lot of people don't even know this. I'm gonna show y'all something from my Twitter, because a lot of people don't even know this. Did y'all know that Tyler had a first-round grade at one time his junior year? A lot of people don't even know that. Yeah. And everything that Lindenbaum did, Tyler did, in terms of winning the best offensive lineman award and everything. A lot of people have no idea that Tyler Biadasz literally had a first-round grade. I'm going to show you. Because I told one dude this. He said, no, he didn't. You got to show me. I didn't remember where I had the article at the time, so I'm like, I ain't finna try to find this because somebody think I'm lying. But then I was looking for something and I found it, so I'm finna show it to you. Y'all give me 1 second. Oh, he didn't have a first. It's like, nah, y'all underrating Tyler. I'm being honest. It's a lot of our fans underrating Tyler Biadasz. He didn't make the Pro Bowl for nothing. Like like when you a Pro Bowl alternate, you considered by most at least top 4 in the whole league. Yeah. So it's a lot of us keep saying center. I'm like, why we keep talking about center? We talking about center because it was a talking point last year, and most of them people was wrong trying to replace Tyler. But then all them people got quiet when he made the Pro Bowl. Oh, you ain't talking about replacing them now. But all of these people all over the media, content creators, it was a whole lot of people. We need to replace him. I was like, hell no. Here it is right here. Yeah, look at this. It's a long time until the 2020 NFL draft commences, but that doesn't stop Todd McShay. Y'all know who that is. Y'all know Todd. You know Todd. You know Todd McShay from producing his early projections. And his latest mock draft has one Wisconsin offensive lineman slotted as a first-round draft pick. Yep. The same dude we trying to get rid of. Yeah. And then see, coach, they don't want to hear this, coach. They don't want to hear this, coach. He said Lindenbaum would have been destroyed in the EC. They don't want to hear that. See, because he was a popular pet cat in the draft. He was a popular pet cat in the draft. So people was like, I want some Lindenbaum. I want Lindenbaum. Do y'all remember Will McClay saying, I'm not even sure if he the best center in the draft? I remember that. He took a shot at Lindenbaum. Oh, the same Will McClay we all trust. Yeah, him. Yeah, he like, shit, I'm trying to figure out if he even the best center in this draft. In other words, I ain't going for the wee woo and the hype.
Oh, you see this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Hold on. I'm just show y'all real quick. Then I'm gonna take some calls. Hold on real quick. Where is that at? I'm trying to find it. Yeah, he won the Remington Award. Yep. The Remington Award. Yeah, the same one. Yeah. So I was like, why are we trying to replace a Remington Award winner with a Remington Award winner? Lindenbaum won Lindenbaum, he won the Remington Award, Best Offensive Line. I say Tyler Biotis did too. So that's why I'm telling y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to get off a little bit on what I'm talking about. I'm going to come back to it. You got to be very careful during draft season. You got to be very careful.
Oh, you see this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
See, I've been doing this long enough to tell y'all, the draft season, I'm going to just say it like this. The moment I figured out that 40% of first round picks end up being bust, yeah, Lindenbaum is good, but he wasn't the solution is my point. Like everybody was saying, we need to get a center. Let's go fix the offensive line. I'm like, no. Center's not going to fix the offensive line. No, not last year. We did the right thing. We picked the right pick to fix the offensive line. That's the guy that we needed. Yes. Not Lindenbaum. No, Lindenbaum, no. He wouldn't have fixed that offensive line. Just think about all the injuries that we had at tackle. Think about all the stuff and all the musical chairs that you had to have a special player that could literally play guard and tackle in a moment. Lindenbaum could do that? No. I don't care how good he was not the pick. He was not the pick. So, but I'm going to tell y'all this and I'm going to come back to what I'm saying, then I'm going to take some calls. You got to be very careful during draft season. Because me and Tuck was talking. And he say, man, J Tuck said, man, people don't check people brick rates. I said, what you mean, Tuck? He say, man, it's a whole lot of people been shooting bricks during draft season. But every year, they the expert all over again. Like they didn't shoot bricks the year before. See, for people that been following this channel, I'm going to be honest. Was the OC shooting bricks on Tyron Smith? Because I remember a whole lot of draft reactions live. Who was right live? In the moment, the OC. Especially the OC. I was right too. I wasn't panicking over Tyler. It was a whole lot of people shooting bricks though. Did all kind of videos trolling Tyler. The dude who saved our season. Yeah. Bricks. And I'm going to tell you what frustrated me when I heard people say, nobody knew Michael Parsons was going to be able to rush at defensive end like that. Nobody saw that coming. No, the OC on draft day, on the day he was drafted, he said, I pray that the Dallas Cowboys smart enough to put him at rush end. He said he's going to generate as a rookie 9 to 10 sacks minimum. He said it when he was drafted. So, but this is the one thing about the OC. This is the one thing about me. We don't follow crowds. We don't. That's why we right when most people be hitting bricks. And I'm just being real. There's a whole lot of people be shooting bricks. And every year they sit back like I am the expert. And it's like, hold on. Like my boy Tuck said, I remember you. You couldn't even hit the net. You was hitting the backboard last year. On most of the big picks. Yeah, so I might be wrong, but ain't nobody can say I got a history of bricks. No, I don't. I hit net more than I ever shoot bricks. And that's a fact. My track record is phenomenal. But I'm going to tell you, the number one reason I feel like Tuck hit a lot, the OC hit a lot, and I hit a lot, the main reason I think us three hit a lot, because we don't follow crowds. That's the main reason. When all the crowd saying, Tyler Lindenbaum, let me tell you what the crowd's saying now that's crazy. Tight end at 26. I'm getting ready to go all the way off on everybody that's saying that. Because I'm honestly tired of the faking. I'm really am. I'm tired of the fakeness. And you over here shooting bricks and you trying to sell me like you hit all net. So I'm going to put it like this. Anybody that got any one of these tight ends in the first round, you shooting bricks. You shooting bricks. Anybody lobbying for tight end at 26, you showing you don't know what you're talking about. And somebody just needs to tell the truth. Somebody just needs to tell the truth and stop kissing up to these people out there faking. Like, how can you look at tight end here? See, and this is the biggest example of why draft season is crazy. And why, yeah. Let me tell you how I know draft season is crazy. Because you got a whole narrative built. You got a whole narrative built that you never draft running backs in the first round. That running backs are mostly a wasted pick. There's a lot of people that believe that. But if I go look at even some of the current stars of running backs, Cook, Zeke, McCaffrey, the first round guys, they got a second contract. Go look at the history of tight end. the history of tight ends in the first is way worse than running back. But them same people that would call running back a wasted pick in the first round would turn around and co-sign tight ends in the first round. And I'm like, nah, And that's why, and I'm telling y'all a big key. One of the biggest keys that I always do, the first thing I do when I research, I turn off the TV and I don't listen to nobody commentary. I don't listen to nobody's commentary. Even my favorite content creators, I don't listen to them until I'm done with my research. I call it going black. Yeah, I go black. That's what I do. And I do that so that I can maintain independence with my eyes, where I can really rank these guys based on what I see. And then I come out the black, and then I go start looking around, seeing what other people saying. And that's where you start seeing people crazy. I dare you next year to go on the black. Make your own ranks and then come up and see what people saying. You're going to be like, boy, some people out here straight faking. And I'm talking about straight faking. I'm going to show y'all one more thing and then I'm going to take some. Yeah, just like Kincaid. How somebody with a bad back. You got no times, no pro days, but hey, he first rounder. He makes sense for the Dallas Cowboys. You boy, I swear to God, you talking about go crazy. You Boss Cowboy gonna lose his whole mind if Kincaid. But I promise you, Mike McCarthy ain't gonna draft no damn Kincaid. They out there talking about, man, they call one of them tight ends Grunk. Man, hold on real quick. Let me tell you which one they called. Let me show y'all real quick. Crazy shit. Hold on, let me show y'all this craziness. Hold on, let me find it real quick. I'm trying to find it. Y'all give me 1 second. But man, this stuff crazy, bro. I'm just keeping it real with you, man. This stuff is crazy. I'm still trying to find it. Oh yeah, here we go. Bro, let me show y'all this. This is crazy. All right, hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Bro, come on, bro. So Bob Stern, you know who they called this dude? They called him Kittle. Bro, I didn't even put him in the Boss Cowboy guide. This dude is no Kittle. And trust me. Well, don't trust me. Just do your own film work. Man, they called this dude Kittle. Bro, all you gotta go do is go check the film, bro. It is ridiculous to call this dude Kittle. Crazy. I'm like, no, he is not. Super chat, Matt say 2006 was the last tight end that worked out in the first round. I understand most positions like wide receivers, running backs, but yikes. Exactly. Man, hell no. And see, I'm almost to the point to where anybody that's saying tight end at 26, I'm almost to where I might start calling these dudes frauds. Cause see, ain't nobody that's doing real research is co-signing that. Hold on real quick. He said every season it's different. Even though we seem close, doesn't mean we are. But drafting O-line in the first 2 rounds will keep us closer to the Super Bowl than any other position. Foundation is the strength of the house. Yeah, and see, this is another thing about, like, ain't no way we should be looking at running back by committee. Ain't no way we should be thinking about running back by committee without first rebuilding that offensive line. Ain't no way. Just common sense say there's just no way you should be doing. Look at this. Look at this. This is what I want to show y'all. My boy Blake said, and this is true. This is true. Everyone thinks this time it will be different. Hint, it's not. And he talking about the tight ends. And the tight ends that for the most part failed in terms of meeting their. Now that don't mean these guys wasn't good, but none of these guys lived up to the expectation that they were sold to be. None of them. Not even Cal Pitts. Cal Pitts was supposed to be Calvin Johnson. Y'all remember that? Generational. He's supposed to have been better than Michael Parsons. He's supposed to have been better than my boy that went to the Bengals, Chase, D. Smith. He's supposed to be better than Slater. He's supposed to be hands down, the best player in the draft. TJ Hawkinson was a top 10 pick. He was picked number 8. Detroit traded him to a division rival going into the playoffs. Think about that. If you so much of a threat, why would I trade you during the season to my opponent, to my rival? They traded TJ from Detroit to Minnesota in the same division. That means they didn't fear him at all. No fear. I know you love. No, I'm right on Pitts. I'm right on Pitts. You wrong. Check this out, because I know you like Pitts, J-Rod. I know you love Pitts, but be real, J-Rod. Be honest with me, J-Rod. See, I'm not saying Pitts bad. Don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying Pitts bad. What I'm saying is he is not and will not live up to how he was sold. He would never be Calvin Johnson. He would never be generational like they advertise him to be. And see, I know a lot of y'all love y'all some Pitts, because every time I talk about Pitts, I get Pitts defenders. I get a bunch of Pitts defenders. Pitts is also on a bad team. All right. I don't care. I could care less. Because guess what? You know what else that's proven, Jeremy? Tight end is quarterback dependent. Because guess what? It's a whole lot of receivers on bad teams that put up big numbers. Chris Olave, yeah. Yeah. But he wasn't called generational, was it? Right? Receivers do it every year. So why do receivers get to go to teams, blow it up with bad quarterbacks, but tight ends, they gotta have a team? No, let's just be honest. He is not what he was sold to be. And I do like Pitts. I like Pitts, but I'm looking at Pitts where he belongs. So let me be clear on what I'm saying about Pitts, because I know it's a major Pitts hive and a Pitts train. Pitts is a good player. I just never had Pitts as the number one player. I had Pitts around 12 to 15. That's still a first rounder. That's still a threat. That's still good. I just didn't buy into generational Calvin Johnson. I ain't buying to all of that. I was like, yeah, he good. He good. But what people still believe he gonna be Calvin Johnson one day. He will not. He just won't. He won't. And I know, yeah, he had some, he said, didn't he make the Pro Bowl his rookie year? Yeah, he did. But see, look at the details of what happened in Atlanta. What happened to Atlanta? What happened in Atlanta? Pitt's numbers began to rise when they lost Calvin Ridley, because he was the only weapon left. They force-fed him. That's why his numbers were so good. As long as Calvin Ridley was there, he was trending to womp. That don't mean he not a... See, because I already know how some of y'all love Pitts. So y'all hearing me say what I'm not saying. What I'm saying is Pitts is a good player, but you are a liar to yourself if you are saying he's living up to the hype that was on him. They was calling him Calvin Johnson. They was calling him generational. And you say, why you not sold on Pitts? I am sold on Pitts. I'm not sold on the hype. I'm not sold on the exaggerate in terms of, okay, put it like this. If Pitts wanted to come to the Dallas Cowboys, I'll take him in a heartbeat. I clear the whole tight end room for Pitts. But I would not think that Kyle Pitts is finna come over here and be Calvin Johnson. I wouldn't believe that. I would be the guy that would say no. I would be the guy that would say, you know what? He gonna likely do about 700 to 800 yards. He should with that get about 5 to 6 touchdowns. But that's gonna be about it. He not gonna be a 1,000-yard weapon year in and year out. It ain't gonna happen. Tight ends ain't trending like that. Tight ends generally don't do it like that, even when you freakish like Kyle Pitts. So yes, he's a good weapon. Yes, he is a weapon, but tight end in itself is just being way overhyped. It is. The position of tight end is being way overhyped. Yeah, and look at this. Look at this. Yeah, we talking about Pitts, Mr. Generational. Only 3 TDs in 2 seasons. Man, if y'all don't stop with this generational stuff. Now, if you say he a good player, I will agree. But that's not the point. The point is, this is the bigger point. Not Kyle Pitts. I know I done pissed off a lot of people talking about they pet cat. But that's not the point. The point is this. Anybody that's super lobbying for tight end, I'm getting ready to start calling these boys frauds. Let me take some calls, man, because, you know, I don't want to be on this all day. But I'm going to tell you, I'm getting ready to start calling these boys frauds. Because I'm seeing through it. Because this is my thing. For all these dudes that's hyping up these tight ends right now, ain't nobody go bet me no money on none of them. Ain't nobody go bet me no money on. I guarantee the tight ends that's hyped the most this draft, they not gonna do 600 yards and they not gonna have even 6 touchdowns. They won't have 5. I'm talking about the ones they are saying right now, you gotta have them. They are mismatch nightmares. They say the same thing every year and you get the same wump results. That's why I'm saying you gotta be careful during draft season and in the off season, cause it's a whole lot of wee woo. I mean a whole.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
All right, so let me turn on these phones, man. We gonna take some calls. All right, hold on. I'm turning on the phones now so we can take some calls, man. I want to hear from y'all. But while we setting up these phones, I want to tell y'all. All right. I'm almost certain, especially looking at the tea leaves of how they playing some whack poker. See, they trying to play poker. They trying to hide their hand, but I think I see it. I think the Cowboys are majorly bluffing. I'm almost certain that they looking at talent. And so, because of that, the OC and I are going to be spending a whole bunch of time breaking down the best candidates for pick 26. So we gonna be going series by series, led by the OC, because you know the OC. Who breaks down offensive line like the OC?
Oh, hell no!
I don't know nobody. Nope. I don't know nobody that breaks down offensive line like the OC. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't know nobody that break it down like him. I just don't. So we gonna be going through this, led by the OC, looking at all the potential tackles, and we gonna look at some guards, because I'm almost certain that that's likely what the Dallas Cowboys are getting ready to do. And we go break these guys' film down raw, right in y'all face. And after y'all get through with these film sessions, y'all gonna know who the best is. Just like, hold on, somebody say Vach better than the OC. I don't think Vach better than the OC. No shade on Vach, I just don't. Vach good though, but I don't think he better than OC. From listening to Vach and listening to the OC, I'm going with the OC. Some of y'all might go with Vach, that's cool. And that's it's not no knock on him. I just think from me, and this ain't saying the OC. I just watched the OC shoot his shot, and he been hitting swishers on Tyler. Like when everybody was wrong on Tyler Smith, the OC was sitting there flat-footed saying, "Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping." I could just show y'all what happened on draft day when the whole world was melting down. The whole world was, I hate the pick. Tyler Smith, what are we doing? Yeah, and both of them good. I think Matt, you hit it bet. Both are good. Yeah, both of these guys are good. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm still going with OC. You know, but it's some that'll go with Vach. That's cool. You know, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I don't know nobody as good as the OC. That's just my opinion. From just going back and forth with him. That's it. You know, it ain't no disrespect to nobody. But then this is the thing I would want to do. This is what would be super cool. I would want both of these dudes. It would be amazing if some kind of way, somehow, both of these guys broke down these tackles together and guards. I would love to see it. I might change my mind. I'd be like, you know what? I was going with the O's because I'm man enough to do that too. Because I would do it too. I would. If I watch both people fight and I say, man, Vach won, I'd be the dude that'll say, yeah, he won, bro. Y'all should know me that I do that. I ain't got no favorites like that. Whatever I see is real is what I'm going to say. As then my boy Paul say, I'm seeing a lot of DeJuan Jones. I'm going to tell y'all right now, DeJuan Jones, he my favorite tackle right now. We go talk about it. Because this is cause see, DeJuan Jones, we go talk about this, but DeJuan Jones is generational. He has generational upside, like real generational upside. Most of these guys have starter grade upside. And we go break it down though. That's the thing we go do. We go break this all the way down. Yeah, we go break this all the way down. So we go begin to this because I'm almost certain that it's getting ready to be the pick. I'm almost certain that one of these tackles or guards is going to be the pick at 26. I will be shocked if it's not. I would be shocked, especially with all this old fake poker they playing. With all this old fake poker, this old fake bluffing, this lying, this trying to pretend like Steele is getting ready to build back up. Man, that's wee-woo. That is straight wee-woo.
Oh, you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo.
So let me open up these phone lines real quick, man. We got the phone lines open now. So y'all call on in. Yeah, y'all call on in, man. We got the phone lines open. I want to hear from y'all. And then, you know, I'm going to give y'all a second to call in too, because I really don't want to be here all day. And I already did 2 videos back to back and had a lot of technical difficulties, and I've been up since 3 this morning with no sleep, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like that. So anyway, yeah, we got the call lines open. Matter of fact, let me see. I know, let me see. So y'all not calling in, so let me do this. I'm gonna give y'all a second to call in. We got the call line open. Y'all know I ain't gonna be here too long. Y'all already know me on that. But this is the deal. Y'all be on the lookout because y'all not calling in, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. You know, I ain't gonna sit here all day. So check this out. Y'all be on the lookout. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for these film breakdowns. I'm super excited to really get into the details and the nitty gritty. You know, the major nitty gritty. Yeah. On which one of these guys are the best, which one of these guys make the most sense. So we gonna be breaking this down all the way up into the draft. That's what we gonna be doing. We gonna be breaking this stuff down. Y'all stay with us. We gonna be giving it to you. He said, I like Mel Gibson clip. Show his cards. Great clip. Yeah, that's real. And that's what happened today. They was trying to play poker and they accidentally showed it. That's real though. That's why I picked it. You know what I'm saying? That's real. That's exactly why I picked it. Because to me, they thought they was being smooth, but sometimes you overplay your hand. Like it don't, nah, you greatly overplayed your hand to literally try to tell all of us. You really trying to tell all of us with the end. So hold on. And see, Nick know it too. And let me show you. I'm gonna show you before we get out of here. I'm gonna show you that Nick know it too. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that Nick know what time it is. But Nick smooth with it. Hold on. I'm just trying to find it. Y'all give me 1 second. Cause you know I read these articles, but I gotta show it to you. And my boy say, listen, what do y'all say? That boy say, Boss OC versus Vach would be a good battle. I don't even think it'll be a battle between them two. I think it'll be chemistry. I think it'll be fantastic. I don't think it'll be a battle. I only would think it'll be a battle if they look at it from two different angles. I don't even think they would battle. I think both of them would see things that the other is not seeing and complement one another. That's what I bet would happen if they combine forces on a film breakdown. I would watch the shit out of it too. I ain't gonna lie. I would watch the hell out of that. Cause you know I fell in love with breaking down offensive linemen. I love offensive linemen so much from co-hosting with OC. Man, shoot. Nah, I don't think it would be no back and forth. The only way it would be a back and forth is both of them actually came out on a stance that they clearly disagreed with each other on. That's when it would be a versus. But for the most part, I bet you $1 million that they would likely see us a lot of things the same. Because both of them got good football minds. Both of them, the OC and Vach. Both of them. They have very good football minds. They have, they understand the nuance of offensive line very well. Both of those guys. So, anyway, this is what I want to show y'all though. Not this, hold on. Let me show y'all this. Here it is. This is what I want to show you. Here we go. Cause you tried to wee-woo us and I ain't going for it. He said at left guard, Jones believes the team could feel the void from within.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Have y'all looked at, like, I do agree left guard ain't nothing to really like super panic about. Oh, and Coach Marv been talking about this. Coach Marv been talking about this for a minute. Josh Ball to guard. Coach Marv, you got your wish. I hit the wrong button. I'ma call Coach Marv for that. And then as for Steele, he mentioned Steele is too valuable as a swing tandem behind both Smiths. If all things equal, it'd be interesting to see who the starting left and right tackles would be, not to mention left guard. Man, if you don't get out of here, man, that BS. Hold on real quick. Let me call Coach Marv. Because that's a big deal. Because I just saw that they referenced Josh Ball as a left guard candidate. Hold on. Because Coach Marv been pushing that idea for the last 3 weeks. Let me call him real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Because that's a real good conversation. I want to just kind of talk about that real quick. Y'all be patient. Here we go. Here we go. And my boy James say, Coach.
What's going on, man?
You at church?
No, man.
I'm hearing some people in the background, man. I got you on the show.
Okay. What's going on, man? What y'all? I was just looking at you, man. You was talking about this craziness about
that wee woo
about this Terrence Steele thing, man. Hey, man. I mean, you were talking about it. This contract either go two ways with Tyron Smith, man. Right? One, that he said, okay, I don't think I'll be able to make it through a full season. So if I do the swing tackle thing, and if I play full time, I'm gonna make my sentence that I can get paid full time. That's one way it could have went.
Yep.
Or it could have went like I had originally thought, that we said, okay, we gonna cut this contract down, and I'm gonna take a lot of incentives, but you gonna guarantee me the chance to make those incentives. So that means I'm gonna play.
Yeah, but he go play.
We don't know which way the conversation went. Two, just like I was saying, we in the contract year with writing the contract for Terence Steele. So if we want to try to lowball him, we can say he's just a swing tackle, so he can't get the mega money as a starter tackle, you know. So we can kind of mute him on his contract demands, which he really don't have no leverage in the contract demands, because if nobody signed it, he got to play for the 10-year, and you can tend them again next year, right? So that way. But if it is that Terence Steele is going to be the swing tackle, they don't think and they're going to play Tyron Smith, and you already devoting that you're going to play Tyler Smith at tackle, then draft board, they're looking for a guard.
Coach, I ain't looking into it like that, Coach. This is to me just pure wee woo.
Right.
It's just pure, just phoniness. This is. And see, Coach said it best. One of the coaches on the show, Coach Q, said it best. It's to me two things going on. They trying to give false leverage against Steele, trying to signal that they see him as a swing, which is so phony. That's one. But two, they also, in my opinion, bluffing. They trying to hide their hand of the real intentions in this draft.
Well, and I could believe that too. And also, the Cowboys have showed you this. Everything that they talk about publicly, and they keep it, and they have these stories leaking, and Jerry them really got in and answer the questions they talk about. Most of that stuff don't get done. The stuff they don't talk about, they don't really come out of their mouth and talk about. Those are the things you got to worry about being done. But just think about the last couple of months when they kept on talking about, yeah, we want Odell Beckham, we gonna sign him, I'm gonna talk to his mom, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
They was already trying to get Brandon Cooks. They was already working that deal to get Brandon Cooks.
Right.
When we talk about all the stuff that they talk about, if they talk about it publicly and say, yeah, this and that, and entertain the questions that's asked of them, usually that's just a smoke screen for people to have hype, but nothing really gets done.
Right.
So that's the same thing with this Terrence Steele. That's why I'm leery. And your last show you were talking about Ezekiel Elliott. Yes, I think that would be a great move, but I'm leery about it because they're talking about it.
No. Let me tell you why on Ezekiel, and I do think it's real. Okay, because the Ezekiel one is different. Because there's two things going on right now with Zeke. In the public today, the same teams that he put out there, that he narrowed it down to, are publicly saying, we cool on you, Zeke. We cool. So if you Jerry and you trying to get him back for cheap, the best way to signal and the best time to signal we want you was today. You see what I'm saying? because you way out there in the owners meeting, but you want to talk directly to Zeke, and you want to let Zeke know they don't want you, we want you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So from that standpoint, I think it was a signal being sent to Zeke, and I think they are handling Zeke with kid gloves, right? Because they didn't even make him an offer, because they didn't even want to offend him with a low ball offer. They wanted the market to show him his worth, and they wanted to be the last ones waiting to say, hopefully we can match what you got. So that's why I believe that Elliott one is actually real, you know, versus, for the most part, I agree with you. All that talk about Odell Beckham, it was always fake. Because you're right, they was talking about it too much.
They're talking about it, but I do think Zeke and Tyron, those guys, right? And you probably like a Zach Martin. Those guys, they just like you said, they treat Zeke with kid gloves. They treat Tyron with kid gloves. And I do believe, as I said to you before, I do believe when Jerry talks to those guys, right? When he talks to them personally about what their role gonna be, right? I don't think he BS them.
Right.
I think it's straight. It's straight up above the board saying, if they say, hey, if I'm gonna get efficient playing time, then if he says yes, that's what's gonna happen. If he tell them no, that ain't what's gonna happen, that's not what's gonna happen. But I don't think he gonna bubble wrap what he says to them, and that's why I don't think they would offer Zeke any low ball deal like that. They say, okay, let's go let the market show it. We're not gonna disrespect you with that, but if we do bring you back, we're gonna be straight up at you about your role.
Yeah.
And that's all you could really ask from a person, to be straight up with you. That's why when we move on to the Tyron Smith thing, we don't know what was discussed when you start breaking the contract down like that. What was discussed about that? Because normally what we would say, if I'm going to give you a break on this sentence, if I'm going to sign a contract that's going to really lose about $7 million, I feel I can do it. So give me the opportunity to prove so I can make that money back.
See, but Coach, I think they working that backwards, Coach. I think they working that backwards. I think they hustling T. Smith backwards. I think it's a hustle. So if I want to give you a pay cut, the best thing to do is say, I want your contract to be based on how much you play. But what's the problem with T. Smith and a contract like that?
What the problem with T. Smith in a contract like that?
Yeah.
Do I think it's a problem with that type of contract?
Yeah, I said, I'm asking what's the problem? Like, okay, so if I give you so he injury prone.
Right.
And I give you a contract that your contract is going to be based on how much you play. Well, I'm automatically giving myself a discount because I know you ain't going to play through it.
That's true.
So they hustling him backwards.
And you could have, and you know something, and then we think about it again too, boss, when I think about it, they could have very easily said, okay, we're going to just extend it to 2 years and we can still got the pay cut.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They tore it up and made a 1-year deal with that. So this makes me feel that T. Smith is like, they're not gonna go no longer with him after this, and this is a last year run for him. But you're right, they might be. Their thing is, it's not logical that you're gonna put Steele on the swing time.
No,
That's not logical.
It's wee woo. Yeah, it's clear wee woo. Right?
That's not logical.
Nope.
Now, what I will think they may do, even though Terence Steele is recovering, right? I think that they found out that they may want to make sure and not put him on the fast track to come back, because that didn't work. Even though they might have been healthy, it didn't work in the past for their production. So, like with the Gallup and maybe the Cox type thing. So they may be saying, okay, once he gets totally healthy and we know he's ready, so we don't have him lackluster, you know, that might be 3-4 games into the season. And then we're gonna put it right on in there.
Right.
So I don't think that they want to rush him back, because I don't want, and this way they don't feel pressed to put him on a fast track to be back, and then you don't get the production because he's working through it. And it's hard to work through getting rehabilitated when you're in the heat of the action. Actually, that takes you longer to get yourself back to 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you rush back a little too early.
Right.
So that's what they're probably saying. Now we're in the position where we can slowly get him back to speed without feeling that we are so pressed to get him there, because we do have Tyron there, and we know Tyron gonna play for a while. And then as soon as he gets healthy and we know he's ready to rock and roll, he come right back in there, and T. Smith is going to the swing tackle.
Right.
That's just what I just don't think they want to be pressed, because even though these guys came back healthy, boss, the Cox and even though they came back and played, they weren't themselves.
Right.
Coming back so fast.
Yeah, you don't want to rush
Steele.
Steele.
They don't want to do that again.
Yeah, and that's why you give T. Smith an incentive-based contract, so that you can have him chasing that money, which is also buying you time for Terence Steele to come back healthy and ready.
So, but that still says to me, though, that if that is your plan, and if you was going with, and you want Terence Steele to play that right, and in their mind, while they go through this, I think where they want Tyler Smith is a very important thing, because if they want Tyler to be a tackle, right, they may be doing the same thing that they did last year. They're looking for a guy that can play tackle, but be a massive guard inside, and be that guard fit, because they still got somebody still with, I ain't gonna say ball, with Lefko, that could be that swing tackle, and you still got 3 tackles on your team, but you limited at guard, even though we got Collins and people like that, but you still don't have the depth at guard that you would think you would have.
All right, so let's talk about that real quick. So, my boy Montana, he say, boss, why Dallas want Zeke back all of a sudden? To be honest, Montana, they always wanted him. That's why they sent him out into the market, because they wanted that market to show him his worth. And we talked about that on this show, because they did that before with B. Carr, where they sent B. Carr in the market, and it humbled him. That's what you do sometimes. You cut these players, you go ahead and let them see what the market is offering. And then when they come back, they not offended when you come with a low offer, because the league showed them that they also don't want him either. See what I'm saying? So, and that's why they released him the first day of free agency, because they wanted him to go ahead and get that shopping going. You know what I mean? Now real quick, you talked about guard. Now, Coach, I want to tell you something that I just noticed from an article, right, from Nick Eatman. I'm going to show you something, because I know you've been talking about this. So, first of all, I'm giving you credit for this thought. But they said at the end of this article, he said, at left guard, Jones believes the team could fill the void from within, which could allude to free agent Chuma, Matt Farniok, or Josh Ball. And I remember you was telling me, and we was talking about a potential solution for left guard could be Josh Ball.
He might be better at guard, yeah.
Yeah, because see, a lot of people that don't like Josh Ball, I think they breaking him down wrong. Because if you're looking at Josh Ball, look at him run block, you won't have no problems with him. Look at him pass blocking, you gonna have major problems with him.
He's not good in space.
He not good in spaces. He not good with his feet. So if you put him in a phone booth, you could maybe get something out of him. See, Ball got one of them names that because of his bad play at tackle, people don't want to see him at all. But I think you got to break him down based on what he good at. You know what I'm saying?
You got to think about it though, boss. Cowboys do things repetitively. They had Terrence Steele out there that got killed his first year, but they saw something in him that he could get better. They see something in Ball that they know Ball can get better, and maybe a position switch for him will give him his shot. Now,
You want answers?
left though. That's it. This is the end of his bullets. You know, his chamber is empty. If they make that move to guard and he don't pan out there, he won't be on this team next year.
Right.
So they're going to give him the opportunity to switch to be able to do, because they feel that the next person they're going to work a tackle is well, let's go, right? So we are in a good position because we have a host of guys, and plus Farniak, we have to understand, Farniak started a game at guard that we won and did not have a bad game. So he's not a bad guy, and he's a two-position type guy. He's a guard and he's a center. So he's a very valuable piece to this. That's why I always keep trying to tell people, we are deep across the board and everywhere where we have potentially good players to fulfill positions and to develop. And now that they're moving into another year, which this will be Ball really basically second year of actual playing.
Yep.
The first year he was redshirted and he really, he got hurt. So now you got a good deal of guys, and if you draft a guy, you're probably one of the deepest offensive lines in the league, because you still have Collins there that could be a replacement inside as well if he gets a chance. And Collins is going to enjoy the chance because there's a new offensive line coach who's coming with fresh eyes. He's looking at guys the first time. He's not coming with no predetermined thing about who's this and that. He's looking at it with fresh eyes. And sometimes guys who hadn't got a chance, they read the ball like when fresh eyes come, because now they can show the person right now that I can ball, I can play.
And see, and I'm looking at the chat, and I'm not mad at this. This is what's happening with the chat, and I'm very cool with this. It's a lot of people that don't trust Ball. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm cool with that. I love that. All right, that's fine. This is the thing I will want to say. What did Dan Quinn do? What did Dan Quinn specifically say? He said, you can have concepts, but you gotta see it. Do y'all remember him saying that?
Right.
Having different ideas, but it's like until you put them out there, you don't know. So what Coach Marv is doing is he's thinking outside the box. Saying Coach Marv basically thinking like Dan Quinn. That's why I like this idea, because what he's saying is Coach Marv is not saying he's co-signing Ball. He's saying this might work, but we gotta play with it. And what Coach Marv specifically said, if this don't work, he likely gone. Because you tried him at tackle, didn't work. Let's try him in that phone booth. If that don't work, bye. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want people to misunderstand what Coach is saying, because I think people thinking you co-signing Ball. That's not what Coach doing. He just thinking outside the box. He thinking creative. It's just like Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn talked about using safeties at linebackers.
Right, and that's the same thing they're doing with Alarcon. When they say they're going to move Alarcon to the defense, they see something in the guy. They know that he's not working that offensive line. We're going to try him in another position.
Right.
It make it work. This is the same philosophy a lot of good lot of good organizations and good coaches know if they see something in the guy, you move him. It's not costing you anything. But if you move him to another position, that might be a better suit for him, and you might get the play that you've been seeing.
Right.
You gotta understand, these guys are working with these guys. They see stuff. We're watching games and we see a couple of bad plays and we say, "Oh man, throw the baby out with the bathwater." But they have seen something good out of this guy because they work with him every day. So, but now they see, we can say, "Hey, let's try him here at this position because we're asking him to be a backup, or maybe if he really does well in training camp, he could probably play. He might be that guy.
He
you
could.
don't know, but he's on the roster. We're not going to get rid of him, so we're just trying to find a spot to see if he can make this team. Don't know, but he might be a better guard based off he's getting beat on the outside, but the speed rush, people juking him, this and that. That tells me put him in a phone booth and let him connect with people where they can't run around him, and he might be a better football player.
Yeah.
Some guys are better at guard and not tackles. That's how it is. Some people are better inside of a phone booth than out there on the island out there. You're gonna have more mistakes from him. But the power he has in run blocking, that's evident, and that shows we have never had a problem with him in run blocking. So that means coming off the ball, he's good at that.
And then my boy Steve said, "Salute, coach, but I think it's wishful thinking at best." And it could be wishful thinking, but I still admire it because it's creative. You know what I mean? Instead of just letting him die where he already dying. You know what I mean? It say let's see it here. You know? And that's why I want to really say this again. Coach Marv is not co-signing ball. He is thinking outside the box of a possibility to salvage one of our draft picks. And it's something you got to consider. Great example came from Dwayne Morris. This is true. And I talked to Novacek myself about this. What Dwayne Morris said. They laughed at Mark Tuinei moving from DT to tackle. And it worked. But they laughed at it. You know? And Novacek said they laughed at it, coach. The team didn't believe it was going to work.
But he had a better skill set. When you coach guys, you watch him and you say, okay, he's not working at defensive tackle, but his skill set, he's strong. He's a bully guy. His skill set and his feet is good. Let's try him at tackle. We're trying to save this guy that we don't work with. We're trying to save him and get him useful.
Yeah.
And it's not that you always come up good with that, but if you do, it's great. And you never throw away guys. Listen, when you have a guy that's been in the NFL on your team for 3 years, he is better than he is more advanced in your system and had NFL experience in practice and in games. So unless he's better than any undrafted free agent you're gonna bring, or some guy that you might bring in round 5 or 6, because he's had that coaching. Not saying he's gonna be all world. He may not never turn out to be anything. But we cannot judge that. We have to go on that these people have seen these guys and tried to work these guys to get something out of them, because they just are trying to get a guy in a pinch so they can have some depth in there. And then if he works out well at guard and they still see some giddy-ups in this thing, they say, well, we got another guard. Guess what they'll do? Now they don't work in a position where they'll make him tradable. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They'll market him enough, and he may not be your total answer because you may have somebody else in your roster be your total answer, but now he's more tradable where you can make him get some other assets for him.
Yeah.
Players leave teams and go places because they didn't fit, or you were loaded in certain places, and they go to other places and it's a better fit, and they may switch a position and they do well. but we just can't throw them out. We're not talking about Ball's going to be a starter. I'm just saying we're going to try him inside, and that might be a fit for him better than tackle. But we're not talking about, we already got a starting five. You know, I think our starting people is good. That's the reason why they brought this other guy in. What is the guy that they brought in from the free agent? Because
Schumer.
they saw something in him, and they're going to try him in a different position because it may fit him and might be a good work for him. So that's just how it goes, man. But, you know, that's how it is. But, Boss, I want to say one little quick thing because I got to get off. I want to say one quick thing, right?
All right.
When we talk about this team, man, when we're going through this free agency, right? When you're a team, what you want to do before you get into the draft, which the Cowboys has done excellent this year, if the season was to start today, if we had to line up today and play a football game, and you take away guys that probably coming off surgery, maybe this like the Gallups that coming off surgery, and the Terrence Steele, they couldn't play today because they coming off surgery, and you take the guys that we brought in from trades. If we was to start today, our team may be a little lacking in some areas, but be better in some areas, and we can play today and win football games. That is a very good spot to be in before you even get to the draft. Because now you put yourself in the position to get the best players available at the spots you want for them to contribute and make you even better. If you go through all our football team, if the season starts today, we go on young tight ends. We might be a little lacking in running back, but we do have Robert Jones. He is serviceable. We better at wide receiver. We better at cornerback. Our safeties are signed. Our linebackers are signed. We are a complete team before we go get these 6 picks. So that puts us in a very good spot because now we are really shopping for the players that can make an impact, not a full impact, but an impact of this team to make us even better.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Appreciate you, boss.
All right. That was Coach Moore. All right, we got my boy Iceberg. He back. He wanna kiss on Kincaid. He say, "Boss, you wrong. Dallas not drafting a tackle." I ain't even say that, bro. I said more than likely. I think they drafting a tackle. I didn't say that they are. Then you say you think. I think I know everything. Look, bro, I understand you and your feelings because you really love the ideal of Kincaid. All right, but this is your 3rd time taking a personal shot at me. All right, I really need you to chill out on that. All right, just calm down. I know you got your pet cat. I know you love that fake, false, dumb idea of Kincaid at 26. Even though I showed you the history of tight end, you still love that dumb idea. And so I put it like this. Since I'm wrong and I know everything, let's put some money on this, big dog. And put your money up. Since you so certain Kincaid a baller, I bet you, let's bet. Want to bet a K? You want to bet 1,000? Want to bet 100? Let's bet some real money that Kincaid is not going to have 700 yards year 1. He won't have 5 touchdowns year 1. Wherever he goes. Since you so certain he a baller. So just put your money where your mouth is. And then we gonna let the money show who really know everything. Because in terms of me thinking I know everything, it's too many times, even on this very show, that I admitted that I didn't know. On this very show, I admitted that I was wrong on my initial judgment of Lyle versus Steele. But you still want to come on here and call me out in the chat, all because you in love with Kincaid. Matter of fact, do you know anybody else as a candidate other than Kincaid, dog? Do you know anything outside of Kincaid? Because that's the only thing you talking about. I really want to change the subject with you because you're getting on my nerves, all in love with Kincaid, big dog. And I'm being honest with you, it's dumb. And I'm tired of sugarcoating it for these fake draft cats, and it's fake. It's phony. Ain't nobody can look at the history of tight end and be like, but this time Kincaid go be that one. He not. And you won't bet money. You won't. As sure as you act like you won't bet money, you just in your feelings because you love Kincaid. Man, get out of here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This, you said it best. That's what I said. He needs to call in. Dude need to call in instead of typing slick on the keyboard. Exactly. All because he just in love with one dude. That's weird, bro. That's very weird. And it's the same dude. You wrong. They go. This dude said. Iceberg said, boss, they go draft Kincaid. I'm sorry. With a bad back. Man, get out of here, bro. They ain't even start working on their board yet. They ain't even ranked their boards yet. But you so certain that they go pick Kincaid. You just love. You are that dude that I warned about. And listen, y'all, everybody that's watching, I don't know how many people that's watching, but I'm going to tell y'all, never be like Iceberg. Never be that person that fall in love with their idea and they pet cat to where they can't listen to nothing. That's what's going on. Iceberg has always been cool. He ain't never been calling me out like this. But the moment I disagree with his dumb idea, now he come in every show and he sneak this. This is what happened when you fall in love with an idea. Yeah. This is what happened. You look like him when you just love a particular candidate. And we seeing the same thing happen with LVE. It's a whole listen. I ain't never lost supporters on Twitter until I start coming after LVE versus Bobby Wagner. When I start telling the truth on Bobby Wagner versus LVE, I lost some support. I did. You know why? Because there's some people, they just love them some LVE. So when I say, come on, y'all, let's be real. Bobby Wagner is a better player. But because they love LVE, they can't even bring themselves to say what's obvious. We talking about Bobby Wagner, 9 times made the Pro Bowl, 6-time All-Pro, very rarely is ever hurt, ever. He almost is the most durable linebacker I've ever seen. Is a tackling machine, genetic freak. LVE is literally trending to have an injury history faster than Sean Lee. Y'all remember how Sean Lee dropped off? And there's people that's literally telling me LVE had his best year last year. It's like, bro, I don't know what kind of criteria will watch a linebacker miss 4 games and be like, that was a great year. I would say it was improved, but great? No. I tell you the games that I know he had a really good game, I would say the Bengals game, very good. I would say the Texas game, very good. I mean, very good by LVE. I'm talking about player of the game type. So I can tell you when LVE did his thing. But I'm also not going to fall in love to where I'm going to start embellishing him over Bobby Wagner. Like almost every third-party grading source had Bobby Wagner as the #1 linebacker in the entire league. But Cowboy fans like Iceberg so in love with LVE, like he's in love with Kincaid, that you can't even tell them the truth. They love their idea more than they love the Cowboys. Or they want to be right. And that same thing happened with Steele. See, let's be real. What really happened is when we was lobbying for Steele. See, Iceberg, he came on here, he threw my name on the dirt. He said, I think I'm always right. But see, I came out first and said I was wrong on Steele before I was right. See, I could do a victory lap in everybody's face and say, I was Mr. Day One on Steele. I could. Because actually, Steele, I had number 8 on my top sleeper draft. Number 8 out of 600 candidates. Oh, I could do a major victory lap on how I was super right on Steele. But see, I ain't focused on all that, did I? Did I focus on that? No, I didn't. No, I focused on where I was wrong before I was right. Because the right thing was to tell everybody I was wrong before I was right. And how am I gonna tell? How do I tell other people to show humility and admit when you're wrong when I don't? And see, this is how you know he real hot. Look at him. He name calling there. Look at him. He hot. See, this is what happened when you super in love with your punks. Iceberg, you was cool with everybody till we disagreed with your dumb idea. You ain't never called out people in the chat until we disagreed with your little funky pet cat and your dumb idea. And you still ain't gonna put no money on it. But you calling people you cool with, your family, Cowboy Nation, who you been cool with for a long time. But just because we disagree with tight end at 26 and gave you plenty of reasons why it's stupid, you want to call everybody punks. You got one more time, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I mean that. You got one more time. You ain't gonna just keep coming up in here calling out me and everybody. I don't give a damn who you are. You got one more time. Matter of fact, let me make sure I ain't got no moderator on this boy name. I'm gonna kick his ass out. Cause we ain't got time. Cause you ain't gonna be coming in here calling out all these people. Cause the last time you had me cursing at you, I ain't finna curse at you no more. I'm not finna just mess up my brand behind you in love with a tight end. Man, get out of here, bro. Let me make sure I ain't got no moderator badge, because, man, I'm gonna take it off this dude, because we gonna kick this dude out. He ain't gonna be calling people punks and all that just because he in love with this old stupid idea, thinking Kincaid go come in here and be just some big time weapon when you ain't seen that happen nowhere. I'm showing list after list after list of bust in the first round, and this dude's still selling that dumb idea. I done showed 10 years of first round bust at tight end. And he's still, y'all some punks. Over Kincaid, you gonna destroy all these people you got cool with over time over a dumb idea, and you gonna do that over somebody we likely ain't gonna pick anyway? And then when you see him average as hell around the league, you ain't gonna even apologize. Cause he gonna be average. Based on history, he likely gonna be average just like the rest of them. He go at best be a 600-yard tight end. At best, he gonna be a 5-touchdown tight end. Yeah. So anyway, bro, just calm down, bro. I'm for real. Let me make sure I ain't got no badge by this dude, cause he got one more time to call any one of us out. Yeah, bro, because I don't like people like that all in my space. I get rid of your types. I don't need that old chump energy around me, bro. That's real talk, too. I don't need that whack energy. You go learn how to talk to grown men, homeboy. Hold on, make sure. Y'all hit that like. Let me make sure I ain't got no moderator badge by this dude. I'm dead ass. Hold on real quick. I gotta double check this real quick. Hold on, coach. I'm gonna read your super chat. I'm just trying to make sure I ain't got no moderator. But no, I don't. Good. All right. So anyway, Coach Marv said with the super chat, he said LVE deal tells the story. 2 years, $8 million, 2.5 signing bonus, $5 million total guaranteed, up to $1 million. In per game roster bonuses, up to $2 million total incentives 1.5 fully guaranteed, 3 million and 1 million. So basically, what Coach Marv is saying about all them numbers is his contract really showed that he's not a Bobby Wagner. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And Matt, that's what I'm saying. If you, I agree, Matt. I did read the whole Super Tag Coach Marv. I did. But yeah, if he really believed that Kincaid idea, he'll put money on it. You know what I'm saying? And see, something is, see, and see, when you see a man always say another man think he know everything, that admitted that he was wrong, that's insecurity. What's happened is Iceberg, he actually knows that I'm smart, and it makes him feel dumb. So then he calls me out. See, that's insecurity. When you start talking about boss think he know everything, it's like, okay, but I was on this very show saying I was wrong multiple times, admitting on the chat that I was wrong. I didn't take no victory lap and just, me and the OC was right the whole time on Steele. See, that ain't telling the whole truth. We was wrong before we was right. And I say that because what I'm really saying is, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, Iceberg, if you know more football than me, why don't you start your channel? Do that. Show everybody how smart you are, dog. Show everybody how you just so smart on your Kincaid ideas. Start a channel. You go blow up. You go do great because you know more football than boss. So the next time I'm taking a piss, dog, can you stop looking over at my meat? Look at yourself. Go start you a channel. Don't look at my meat when I'm pissing. Look down at yourself. Since you're so confident in yourself, start you a channel. So that everybody can see how genius you are and that how you just know more football. Because I'm going to tell you something. I ain't measuring my nuts to you, little dog. This is my last time addressing you. I ain't talking to you no more. I ain't got shit to say to you. Matter of fact, kick him out. Moderators, get him out of here. I'm tired of Iceberg. Get him out of here. Yeah, this is the last time y'all gonna see Iceberg. Bye. Moderators, shoot him. I'm sick of them.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up. Everybody around me shooters, ain't no telling who was shooting.
I don't want to see him no more. I don't like dudes like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody around me shooters, ain't no telling who was shooting.
I still see Iceberg. Man, I'm kicking him out myself. Let me get him out of here, man. I'm sick of this whack dude. Removed. Yeah. Yeah, removed. Y'all ain't gotta worry about him no more. Yeah, sick of that. Go to somebody else's channel with that old meat watching shit. This dude done made me cuss again. Dude up here watching my meat. Can I take a piss without you looking? I'm smarter than you. Man, if you don't get your insecure ass on, y'all forgive me for cursing, man. I'm about that, y'all. I really said I won't go do that no more. But that little meat energy just annoys me. It really does. It annoys the hell out of me. Man, one less mark. I don't have time for that. Calling people punks in the chat, all because he in love with a dumb idea. Yeah, I threw him out the club, J. Mitch. Threw him straight out the club, man. We ain't got time for no whack. Dude don't know where we from, bro. I'm from Dallas, bro. Man, we kicked them old whack dudes out all day long, J. Mitch. You already know that. See, J. Mitch, I know what you thinking. You was thinking, what took you so long, bro? Yeah, I should have never entertained that old whack dude up here comparing himself to me, measuring his little meat to my meat. If you don't get out here with your little meat, you know, my meat, I smash better than you. What you doing comparing? Dog, can I piss without you looking all at me? I'm smart like you. Well, start a channel. Yeah, I already know. Dude say you not the only person. Yeah, cause that type of dude in love with that idea. And I can't stand them types. Let me tell you something. The people that I can't stand the most, I hate Dallas Cowboy fans who lobby for players over than what's best for the team. I can't stand them types. I can't stand them types where they'll look like they Dallas. They'll have a star. They'll wear the logo. They'll just talk like, hey, yeah, I support the Cowboys. But when I show you by film, still better than Lyle, you act like you don't see it. You know why? Because you didn't want to admit you was wrong. See, them fake ones. I can't stand no fake. And the same people, I can't stand no fake person who over here trying to lobby. Now, I can understand you liking LVE. That's okay. I like LVE. I think he's a leader. I think he's a good guy. He seems like he don't get in no trouble. He's played tough. I also know that it's super hard to play with a neck surgery. So I commend him for having courage to play. But I'm not gonna lie and act like he's on Bobby Wagner level just because I like him. That is putting him over the team. And I don't like people that say they loyal to the Cowboys, but you put your personal ideas and your personal preference, or because you bet on somebody, you still trying to look right like Iceberg was doing. He was trying to look right so bad. And y'all notice the last time, the more and more I was breaking down, and I wasn't doing disrespectful, the more and more I was breaking down how tight end is a bad idea, the madder he was getting. See, them type of people, anybody that's like that, you need to get them out your circle. Because they are progress stoppers. So when you trying to make progress, where you sometimes hold people accountable. Because yes, everybody know that I was high on the grades that I was giving the Dallas Cowboys this offseason. But I did say on Twitter, and I mean it, I said we dropped the ball having an average or around average signing for LVE at 5. But then you let Bobby go for 7? And then they putting out there, yeah, he gave a special deal to Seattle. That's what I'm hearing. He gave Seattle that deal.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
See, this is what I'm not gonna let nobody ever do to me. I ain't gonna never let nobody just make me stupid. So what y'all trying to make me believe? Y'all want me to believe that a player at the late end of his career, knowing he got a few $1 million checks left, is gonna give a discount to the team that let him go a year earlier?
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Okay. Let me just put it like this. You like your job. Your job let you go. So your job let you go. You go to a competitor. You liked your job. You loved it. You go to a competitor, they pay you. Then that competitor let you go. You feeling loyal to the team? You feeling loyal to the team that fired you? Okay, my name Willie Fufu. Oh, he gave a special discount to Seattle because he wanted to go home. He not from Seattle, man. He is from Ontario, California. Seattle is not his home. It was a job. And we really believe in that. I ain't believing that. This is what I really believe. I believe that the Cowboys greatly dropped the ball. And I'm saying it like that. Because how do you have Jerry Jones, the best salesman in the world, the best salesperson in the world, with a team that was literally 2 games away from the Super Bowl? And you had Dan Quinn in direct talks with Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner said himself, I see the Dallas Cowboys as a scheme fit, and I can see where I can feel that need. We just couldn't come together on the money. He said that last year. Like, yeah, Mike, you believe that. I know you believe that. I get it. You believe it. You believe, Seattle's his second home. He wants to go on back home to Seattle. I don't believe it. I'm the dude like, hell no, you ain't. Okay, sure. So why did you 2 years in a row narrow it down to your bottom three, and Dallas was always in your bottom three? Because you also wanted to be in Dallas. He also said specifically that he wanted to reunite with Dan Quinn. So I ain't trying to hear that this dude that's playing a gladiator sport, I ain't trying to hear that he got sentimental for a damn city and a logo sticker on his helmet. That's crazy. Ain't no way I'm believing that. Oh, the city. I just love the city. They fired me. Huh? So I'm going to go give y'all a discount and y'all fired me? Nah, man, I ain't believing that wee-woo, man. No.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo.
And then, if you Bobby Wagner, why in the hell would you give Seattle a discount that you wouldn't give Dallas? So you mean to tell me Bobby Wagner is smart enough to negotiate his own contracts, and he has. He's negotiated his own contracts and successfully got them things done. He got them things done. But he not smart enough to know the value of helping the Dallas Cowboys get over a hump? So you mean to tell me he not smart enough to know if he came over here with that same performance that had him the number one linebacker in the league, if he brought that in Dallas and we beat San Fran, you telling me he wouldn't have TV jobs, commentator jobs? You telling me he didn't think about that in the latter end of his career? Oh, let me go to a small market like Seattle and I'm going to retire within the next 2-3 years. No, Dallas clearly was the best place for him to end his career. It made all kind of financial sense. Dallas is the place you give a discount to, not Seattle. Especially when you're trying to think about money after football. I ain't falling for that wee-woo, man, that they trying to sell. Because this is the only thing that's going on. LVE has a massive following and fan base, and they are loyal as hell. Loyal to the point to where they not even listening to just basic logic. Basic logic. Like, people over here mad at me because I wanted the number one linebacker in the league. Oh, we good with LVE. Okay. All right. Okay. But anyway, hey, LVE is our guy. We gonna live with him. I've already vented about that. From this day forward, I'm not gonna talk about that no more, because LVE is our son at this point. But in the moment, I'm gonna speak my mind.
Bringing real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
So in the moment, when I watch Bobby Wagner get away, I'm gonna speak my mind.
Bringing real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
I ain't gonna, after today, I ain't gonna say nothing else about it, because LV is our son. He's our brother. But with this just happening, because I heard some LV person, and that's okay if you love LV, but some of y'all go too far. Boss, get over it. It's like, bro, they just announced that Bobby Wagner. So you trying to tell me to not say nothing because you love LVE? I supposed to. So I talk about content, but on this one, you saying don't say nothing. Just get over it. Just celebrate. Nah, bro, I want a championship. And if you can't see how Bobby Wagner, with his amazing 9 consecutive Pro Bowls, 6 All-Pros, hardly ever injured. Dan Quinn literally, personally trying to get him. Oh, boss, I ain't supposed to be upset about that. I'm supposed to just get over it. Oh, we signed Cooks. We signed Gilmore. Boss, be happy. But see, them same people mad if we lose. But then in the offseason, they say, boss, be happy. Be happy. All right, cool. But I support you now, LVE. I done spoke my mind on it. You know what I mean? I'm going to support you. We got to definitely get us some support for him. We got to get us some people up front that's going to keep LVE clean. I also believe that LVE should play pretty decent because Clark is nipping at his heels. You know what I mean? And that's honest. That's just being honest. When you got a linebacker that had the same neck injury that goes in and plays fearless, I think that's what really turned LVE around. Because LVE, we all saw this. He was a catcher. He was catching tackles. He wasn't coming downhill. When did LVE really begin to do more downhill aggressive tackling? When Clark was activated. So I think Clark, and I'm just being honest, because I think Clark put that fire into him. You over here watching this youngster out there, not afraid, who had the same injury. Yeah, Montana, he say, boss, you think I can get 5 minutes of your time? Yeah, what's up? Yeah, of course. So, you know, but I do think LV should play good though. Don't get me wrong. I think he should, because that youngster on his heel, and we saw LVE step up once Clark got activated. You know what I mean? So I don't want y'all to think I don't like LVE. I'm the first one that'll tell you that he greatly improved his last 5 games. He didn't play bad in the playoffs either. I wasn't out there like, damn, LVE, man, you suck. I wasn't like that. Not in the playoffs. Oh, you want to call in? What's your number? Give me your area code, Montana, so I can call you, because it's gonna be an issue calling in right now. Yeah, I need your area code so I can know your number, then I can call you, because you already likely called before. Let me also, listen, man, we gonna do us a little bit of a marathon show, man. I seen my boy Dwayne Morris call. Hold on real quick. Give me a second. Let me call Dwayne Morris, because Dwayne Morris be bringing that thunder. Hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Montana, I just need to, oh, I see. Man, Montana, man, delete that, man. Montana done put his whole phone number in the chat, bro. You want, man, say, bro, man, delete that. Man, people go see that forever. I'm calling you now, Montana. I'm calling you now, bro. It's 832 number. What's up with it, Montana?
Nothing much, boss, man. Hey, man, I just wanted to say, hey, man, I didn't mean for Iceberg to get heated like that. He was attacking me over that tight end issue, but I don't want to go over that. I just want, get 5 minutes.
Okay.
I just want to say, hey, I was one of those ones, who was hurt about Zeke getting cut, but I moved on because I want the team to get better.
Yeah.
So if getting some guys, running back in like the 4th round or whatever, all I wanted Dallas to do was build the trenches, keep that right, keep Steele healthy. Get LV some help. If you're not gonna entertain Bobby Wagner, get him some help. Keep Parsons clean. He was hurt last year. You got Diggs some help on the other side to where he don't gotta play hero ball. If you gonna get him help, if you gonna keep LV, get that man some help. Get him an extra linebacker, that can play out there with him, not just Carter.
No, I agree. I love it.
If you gonna, if you gonna gradually bring in Jabril Cox and Harper, get LV some help.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
get them some help, man. know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna pay LVE, get that man some help.
Yeah.
Because I'm like you. I was screaming like, oh, bro, LVE is snapping in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He showed up.
Yeah.
He showed up.
He showed up. He did.
You know, he showed up when it mattered. All right?
Yes, when it mattered. Yep.
When it mattered, he showed up.
He did.
And that's all you can ask for.
That's all you can ask for, right?
That's all I got for you, boss, man. Appreciate you taking my call, man. Love you, bro.
Man, love you too, Montana. Let's get it.
Already.
All right, big dog. That was the Montana, man. He said 5 minutes. He got it, man. That's Montana, man. You know what I'm saying? And I like the spirit of his call, because what he said was real, because he was like, bro, I was the dude that was pro Zeke. But after he was gone, basically he's saying, I stopped crying about it. And I moved towards a solution. That's what Montana's saying. So the same thing with LV. Thank y'all for giving me a chance to cry, right? Because I wanted to speak my mind on that. I was upset, right?
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
We're gonna have us a marathon show. We're gonna do a marathon today. Let's go. I'm gonna call Tariq too. But see, this the deal, man. All right, so the crying is over. I'm like what Montana said now. Moving to solutions, we need more than just one quality Hankins. I think you need two. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that this week. And I'm gonna reference you, Montana. I'm gonna reference you on that. Because Montana, he said the realest thing. How do we help LVE? Oh man, Coach call. That's what I'm talking about, Coach. What's up, Coach?
What's up, boss? How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm chilling on it. This Coach Q. What's up with it?
Man, I just had to call him on a couple of things.
Okay.
I think, one thing that people have to realize is, when Coach McCarthy came in, he had sizes that he envisioned his team to be. And if you think about it, let's just talk about the tight ends.
Okay.
Our tight ends are 240 or bigger. Okay, ain't that? If you look at the two guys that we drafted this past year, both of them fit that mold. Even McKinnon fit that mold. Even now, Dr. Schultz was a little bit lighter than the two that we got. And so it's kind of funny that why wouldn't McCarthy, if he liked the size that Dalton was, why wouldn't he bring in two guys his size? Because he didn't like that. So he brought in bigger tight ends.
Right.
So if you're really going to look at it, the people who are marking the Georgia tight end to the Cowboys, yes, but not in the first round.
No.
Like maybe the third, but that guy, that's you and OC have talked about it. That's the size of tight ends that McCarthy used to have.
Yes.
6'6", 6'7", 260, got a little wiggle, and you can block your butt off.
Right.
That's that Georgia tight end in spades. Now,
Washington, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Now, if we got him in the second round, that still might be kind of rich for me, but I would understand why.
Yeah.
McCarthy's doing it. But the first, that to me, he can sell it to me in the first round.
I ain't buying
because with the quarterbacks, with the tight ends, with all them guys, you're going to have a tackle or a guard sitting at 26. I believe that.
Oh, no doubt.
Or a D tackle.
Oh, no doubt.
Any of those three. And then watching the draft show that you had last week, y'all was convincing me on the D ends. I mean, it's four premium picks.
It is
at 26 that is more valuable than a tight end. So I'm not sure why people keep saying. Even if you want to get, you can put running back. That's five. So you have five positions that's more important than tight end to me.
Yep.
And then I'm glad that Jerry Jones and his son, kind of what you and West Coast been talking about with the Ezekiel Elliott, bring him back.
Yeah.
We need to. I mean, because if you look at the market, there's no other better power back than him.
Power back. Can you say that one more time, bro? I think people missed it in the back.
Power back. because if you look in the draft, I think when you was talking about running backs, Bijan is like the number one power back.
Yeah.
But you don't know if he's that guy when it comes to NFL.
Right.
We have seen Zeke take the soul of a defensive lineman.
Yes.
I've seen Zeke run over a D lineman. Now, when I think about who's in the who's still a free agent, Leonard Fournette is the only other guy that I've seen run over a D lineman.
Yeah.
That's a free agent.
That's another power back. Yeah.
That's right. And so that's the only ones I know that you can get to bring in.
Right.
Now, I was disagreeing with Coach Marvin in regards to Ball for the only reason I remember you and OC did a show in the preseason on Ball. Ball looked good on the right side. He looked horrible on the left side.
Yeah.
And the OC was right. Some offensive linemen are not ambidextrous.
Yep.
They can't do both. And so my thing is,
hold on real quick.
The right side guy.
Coach, hold on real quick. Let me explain ambidextrous. Ambidextrous is when you can use your left hand just as good as your right hand. I want to explain that because there's a lot of people watching and listening that might not have caught what you said. I just want to explain that real quick. Go ahead.
Right, and when y'all was doing the film, Ball did better on the right side than he did on the left side. His steps just look weird. Same with Steele. Steele is not a left side guy. We saw that. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
And then Ball, he did good going. Some guys do have power going forward, but they can't sink their butt. Ball, I'm not gay. I have a wife, I have kids. Ball does not have a big bottom. He does not.
Yeah.
He does not have what Smith has.
Yeah.
And so him being a guard, he's not going to be able to sit down on the pass rush. And that's one thing that he has a problem with is power. If you're a powerful guy, Ball has problems.
Yeah.
Number two, you have to think about the division that we're in. We have the best, not some of the best D tackles in our division.
Yeah.
Which is why everybody, yourself, the OC, keeps fighting for Smith to be a guard.
Yep.
Because then you have two of the best guards in your division to go against what?
Thank you. Thank you.
So the fans have to understand then why people like myself like Avila over Torrance.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Torrance play on the left side.
Bruh.
He's 340, he's 350. But if you're not used to playing on the left side, you get eaten up.
Finish him.
The left guard we had this past year, he's better on the right side. And I promise you, watch. If anything, I bet you he's going to play on the right side. And people are going to be surprised if he makes the Pro Bowl. Because he's better on with his right hand.
Yeah.
Tyler McGovern was better on the right side. We saw with our own
That's
eyes.
true. Because he not ambidextrous either. Facts.
That's right. And so we went against Villa 2 years ago and put Villa in the ground. That's what I'm saying.
He did. He sure did.
He was a right guard.
Sure did.
And Villa 2 years ago was 2 years younger. And he was not hurt. It was the first game of the season. He put him in the ground.
Villa. And yeah, put him in the ground.
You know, so people have to realize that people like Torrance is good if you're going to get him to replace Zach Martin. Okay, you can sell me on that. But you can't sell me on him being a left guard. Now, Steve Avila, yes, he played left guard. And we have seen on film him being able to sit down against power. We have seen on film him being able to get to the second level. So if we are going to bring him in as a guard, that's fine. But the best guard, as me you talked about, is going to be what we have on our own team, which is Smith. And to bring in a tackle, since the tackle is deeper, the draft is just deeper.
Yep, it's just deeper. You're right.
And so
we counted 5 starter grade tackles that's going to likely be there at 26. And it's a total of 7. Historically, only 5 tackles generally are drafted in the first round. Almost everything is saying we should be able to get our guy.
That's right. That's right. And then, like I say, guys, for the fans who's listening, Cowboy Nation, when you're looking at players, you have to realize Coach McCarthy and Will McClay like bigger players. So you can love these little scat backs, you can love these little small wide receivers. They really just don't do that. This is not how they function. And on the O-line, D-line, they do not like small guys, and they do not like small guys from smaller colleges.
Yeah,
they just don't.
And it makes sense too. Makes sense.
That's all I guys want to say. My little 2 cents in regards to that. Just giving them knowledge to Cowboys Nation.
Man, I appreciate it, Coach. Sure, we gonna have to get you on the show, man. You and Coach Mar gonna have to box one day.
What's up, boss? You have a good one, sir.
You too, sir. That's the dog. That boy's from my hood too, man. So man. Hey, I got favorites. I ain't gonna lie, I do. Is there something wrong with me saying I got favorites? Should I lie to y'all or tell y'all the truth? I do have favorites. Hold on. Ain't nothing wrong with having favorites. Coach Moss said, imagine Zeke running fresh like he did early in last season, running fresh in playoffs next time. Yeah, see, let me keep reading. Let me read the whole thing. Coach be like, read the whole thing. He said, next time when the games get more physical, and I agree 100% with Coach Q. Yeah, I respect both of y'all greatly, Coach. Let me get my boy Tariq, man. See, because let me get Tariq on the phone, because this one thing about Tariq. See, Tariq, he been helping me after hours. You know what I mean? I called Tariq. I be trying to get these phones to work. I tested on Tariq. He always answered too. He always answered. I be like, Tariq, help me with these phones. He be like, I got you, boss. I'm calling you now, Tariq. Let's just get us a marathon show. Let's get us a quick old marathon. What's up with it?
Coolin', man. You know, what's up, Cowboy Nation? You know how I feel about Zeke.
Yeah, you be hating on Zeke.
It ain't so much hate.
No, I'm messing with you, dog. I'm messing with you, dog. No, I'm messing with you, bro. Don't take me serious.
Nah, I ain't iceberg. What is disrespectful self? Get up out of here. My thing is, I see what you guys are talking about as far as Zeke.
Yeah.
But Zeke can't be that starting running back anymore. Like he's just not that dude anymore. I would rather go to the committee of running backs. You know what I'm saying? Because what haven't we had in the last couple of playoff situations? A fresh Zeke. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna keep Zeke, I always want Zeke to play one game or 2 games. And the 2 games I want him to play against is Philly. Because he kills them every time. My thing is, let's get another one. If we're gonna bring Zeke back, let them fight it out to see who get more playing time. Because I don't want it to where it's like Zeke feels like he doesn't have to come off the field. You know what I mean? That selfishness, I don't want that anymore in the game. Because like he kind of hurt us 2 times in the playoffs, if you ask me. And him not being healthy with his knee. Both times against San Francisco, you know what I mean? If you ask me personally. But I would love to bring him back, but at a different type of role. I don't want him to feel like he the man of the scene like he was. I don't feel like he's that dude anymore.
Well, hold on real quick, Tyreek. Just real quick. Let's kind of talk this through, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this the deal. The main thing that I love that you said is make it about competition, you know? Because I also don't want to assume that he can never be the man again. Because he was out there giving us all he had on one leg. You see what I'm saying? So maybe if he can come back and show that was some fluke injury stuff, kind of like what happened with Gore, and maybe you can earn the right to be RB1 again, but it has to be pure competition. I agree with you on that. You know what I mean? And another person that don't need to be, honestly, in my opinion, RB1 is also Pollard because of his frame. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want him getting a bunch of touches because I don't want to break him. I want to use him a little bit more than he was used last year, but I want a committee, whether it's Zeke or anybody else, to supplement that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't want Pollard to be the man either, especially coming off of this injury. My thing is, we need about 4, maybe 5 running backs in the stable that can go. But I do want to draft a guy. I do want to draft a guy either in the 3rd round or the 4th round that can come in here and battle with some of these guys. And whoever is the mouse in the house, like my boy Sky would say, get him up out of here or put him on the practice squad. You know what I mean? Because I want a fresh stable of running backs going into a playoff situation. Now, that's the only thing that knock I had on Zeke. He wasn't fresh. And if we can get a fresher Zeke going into the playoffs, I think that would be a dangerous situation for every team we play. That's how I feel about that situation with Zeke.
No, that's real. And let me say one thing too real quick, because we all been going back and forth on this in terms of who right, who wrong. Really, at the end of the day, like, ain't nobody right, ain't nobody wrong. Because we was all basically agreeing that we didn't want Zeke at that price. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So like, because I know a lot of people want to be like, yeah, you and Law beat, the OC, Big Game James on DMV and Tuck. Actually, nah. Because we all agreed, hey, man, we don't want that price. You know what I mean? So the only thing we want, and I agree with you on here too, and I don't think this gonna happen. I don't think Zeke will come back like demanding to try to get most of the touches. I think the market has humbled him, and he go come back humble, and he go want to do whatever he needs to do to help the team, whether that's 3rd down, whether that's red zone, or maybe you can even earn the load to get a majority of the carries if you can stay healthy. You know what I mean? So, I do want him back. I do know that he's taken for granted in terms of being a money back. And when I say money back, I'm saying that guy that can get you them points in the red zone. 12 touchdowns. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that even if he don't do that again, if you give me 8 on the year, you're a major asset. If you can continue to convert 90% of 3rd downs like he was doing, you are a chain mover. You are a money down back. Now, do you need to be the main guy? No. But can you be a key piece of a complement? Yes. And when Zeke and Pollard was both fresh, I would easily say they was the best tandem in the league.
But I also kept saying, not to cut you off, I also kept saying when those two was the best tandem, the Dallas Cowboys still should have been putting their 3rd string running back in the game to give both of these guys some rest.
Agree.
They should have been given the 3rd, because there's no reason that you should have that Florida running back, that's our 3rd string running back, sitting down like that when he was showing you if you open the hole up for him, he can get through him. You know what I'm saying? He can get through the hole, and keep it pushing. And I think that would have been big for us last year in that playoff game when Tony Pollard got targeted, because can't nobody sit here and act like that San Francisco didn't target him, because they starting to see Tony Pollard about to start killing us. Let's take him out, because Tony Pollard been the only one that been, when we played San Fran the last 3 times, even in the regular season when Dak got hurt, Tony Pollard was the one that was killing San Francisco, and they didn't want that to start. And I see why they did what they did, so to take him out of that playoff game, because they knew Zeke couldn't just play that game out by himself. And I was so pissed that Kellen Moore and the running back coach did not allow that dude Davis to get in that game, because I really believe he would have helped out better than just trying to have Zeke in the game when he couldn't really do too much against the 49ers. That was my other thing.
Yeah, but I say this though, man, they barely even used Zeke both games. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that was just a failure on Kellen Moore again. You know what I mean? Like, people saying like he disappeared. Everybody go disappear when you only get 12 touches.
True. But the thing the reason I said that about Zeke is that pissed me off with him is when Dak put the ball on him in that playoff game near the goal line. Dak put it in his hand and he dropped it. That pissed me off.
No, I'm with you on that.
Because he's supposed to catch that shit
all
and go
day
in and lean in. And I really believe if the roles were reversed, because Davis got good hands too, Davis can catch the rock. You know what I'm saying? He showed that last year that he can catch that ball. And I really believe if that was Davis instead of Zeke, he probably would have caught that. I'm not saying that he would. I'm saying I would have gave him a better chance to catch it and at least get to the goal line in that game. But, you know, that's here nor there. That's what happened last year. That's water in the bridge. They didn't win the Super Bowl either, so forget them too. But we just need another dynamic back in that room. It needs to be another juice back in that room. That's all I want. Keep Zeke, but get another juice back in that room.
Oh no, it's no doubt. It's no doubt that we still should get a running back or two. I think we should get maybe even 3, dog. I'm dead serious too. Because see, we're in the BPA position. You know what I mean? And I know some guys that I'm super high on, you know, that's gonna likely be there late. You know what I mean? That I would still bring them in for competition. Because we gotta, in my opinion, even if we bring back Zeke, unless he just shows that knee was a fluke and he get him just a crazy rebound year, this could be Zeke's last time. So we still need to prepare for potentially no Zeke or no Pollard going into 2024.
Yeah, I agree. And my thing is too, though, boys, not to switch the subject, I do believe in that first round or that second round, but really that first round, if a tackle was there, a big boy is there that we need, you draft him.
Hell yeah.
You draft him.
Yeah.
Once you draft this guy, the other positions, like the wide receiver position, even though we got Cooks and we got these other guys, still draft another dude that you think is pretty good and see what happens. Just put him on the depth chart. He might be a 3rd round pick or a 2nd round pick. You know what I mean? Somebody that probably a sleeper pick. If a sleeper pick is in the later round, you need to draft another guy. I even want to draft another cornerback behind Diggs and Gilmore. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the age. You know what I mean? Even with Cooks and Gilmore, I want to draft other guys in their positions behind them that can learn something from these guys. And if they called on throughout the season or later in the season, we got other guys that can do something. Because I don't know what's going on with Boss Man Fat and the other dude. You know what I mean? Right. I don't know what's going on with them, and I don't know what they're going to do with Lewis. So I think they should try to draft a guy, even if it's later like they got Bland. Draft a guy just to put behind certain guys, and definitely draft a middle linebacker behind LVE.
Got to.
Because they got to, man.
Or get another one in free agency. It's still some good linebackers in free agency, bro. Shit.
True. But my thing is like this. If you can draft an upcoming star, draft them.
Yeah, I'm
you know
with
what I'm saying? Because you never know where they're going to be at. So if they can draft another middle linebacker, somebody that can come downhill and do his thing. Because I still believe that Harper might be a good linebacker for us. He just never got his shot. He got hurt. He never got his shot. So that's my whole thing. But like you guys been saying, if they're gonna pump LVE up like this, they gotta go get DTs.
Yeah, you gotta help them.
Big boys in them. They gotta put some DTs in the middle for this dude so he can see the field clearly and do his thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So, because competition brings the best out of everybody.
Right.
It really does, man. Because honestly, I really believe like a person like Ezekiel Elliott, even LVE, they seen the writing on the wall. They seen the writing on the wall. They seen what was going on. So they had to, certain people like LVE had to step it up in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like you said, you had that young boy over there. And he over there peeping and looking. You know what I'm saying? He doing the Birdman hand rub.
Oh, yeah.
He waiting for his shot.
The Birdman hand rub.
yeah, man. So I like the concept that the Cowboys are doing. Are they going with this year more? Because honestly, everybody that do Iceberg, I don't get him. how you shitting on the 2 tight ends that you got already in the stable? They just need a chance to show what they can really do. This is the time. You know what I'm saying? I understand you want these other rookie tight ends and all that, but you already got dudes there already, and you've seen what they did on tape. You've seen the small sample size. They wasn't able to give a big sample size because Dalton Schultz hurry up and came back. I don't understand why people don't see that.
Hold on real quick. Brian Smith, yeah, from the last time I checked yesterday. Yep, Miles Jack is still available. Yep. Like, I counted about 7 to 8 linebackers that's still available in free agency that should have some decent prices that could literally come in right now and either start or push LVE. Real talk, just being all the way honest. So no, I'm gonna be honest. I think the best class of running backs is free agency. Just because you can look this up on your own. Anybody can. If you go to Spot Track and just type, or go to Google and put in linebacker free agents, and they go pull up on Spot Track. It's gonna shock you how many good linebackers still out there. It is some dogs. It's just gonna be about their price.
Okay. And I like the fact that Jerry and Steven is shaking it up a little. Let Mike McCarthy shake it up a little bit in the room.
Yeah, me too,
like
man.
That.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
Yeah, and I want to say this again. I'm not out on LVE. I'm not out.
Me either.
I'm not out on them. See, cause some people, when they hear us pushing to potentially get better through competition, they take it like we hurting a pet cat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no. Like you said earlier, man, competition is gonna make the cream rise to the top. So if you really that guy, then you don't care who they bring in. You go welcome it and you go show them up. If you're not that guy, you go shrink under the pressure. That's simple.
Definitely, because you gotta understand something. If you can give me that LVE from the playoffs, I love it. What?
Yeah.
I go buy a jersey. I go buy one of them LVE jerseys.
Exactly. If you can give me LVE from the playoffs for 15 games, it ain't got to be 17. I give him 2 bad games. I give him 2 trash games. But if you can give me 15 games of, you know what I mean? I give you 2 horrible games. If you can give me 15 playoff type games. And yes, Deion Jones is also available too, and he's 27.
Oh yeah, that's Deion Jones from the Falcons.
Yeah, he available. I looked at that whole list. I'm doing a show about it. I'm doing a free agent list on linebacker this week. So I already looked at it. I already posted it on Twitter and everything.
And you don't think Dan Quinn over there peeping over there?
Of course
I see my dude over there now. Let's do something. That's my thing, man. We got options, and I'm glad that the Cowboys jumped on it the way that they did. I know we didn't sign no big, real big name free agents, but they still did a good job in trading. They traded away the fifth round picks from other players.
No, good job. Man. Front office, everybody know we always, all of us critiquing front office all the time. But at the same time, this is a very, very good year for front office. I'm very, even to this show I'm doing right now, to where they basically trying to smoke screen and bluff everybody with this wee-woo. I'm not mad at this bluff. I love the fact that they, instead of giving and telegraphing all their moves where we can get skipped by Dallas Goedert, you know what I'm saying? It's so you done told everybody you like Dallas Goedert. You done told the whole world you like Hurts. So what Philly do? They got him. You know what I'm saying? But this year, they bluffing. I mean, I got my critiques, but still at the end of the day, man, this is a much better offseason that I've seen in a while, maybe since the 90s, and I'm from the 90s. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things to where now, man, we can all complain, we can all look at things that could be better, but still overall, I'm still giving them A.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it though, boss. Mike McCarthy probably went in there and said, okay, Jerry, okay, Steven, we're going to do it your way for these couple of years. We're going to do it your way. You want to keep Boy Wonder? Keep him. I said, but when you fail, it's my turn. Now when it's my turn, this is how we're going to do this. because Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, man, I'm not sleeping on this. I'm not sleeping on this. If they go ahead and nail this draft,
oh, it's over.
If they nail this draft,
It's over. Super Bowl.
It's over.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
If they can nail this one, and
man, let me go and say it. They are going to nail this one, bro.
if they can nail it, man, and Will McClay on it, if they can nail this draft and come and sprinkle a couple of free agent low key signings on the back end of this, man, people better be scared of us, man.
They already scared. They scared now, Tyreek. Man, Tyreek, man, we ain't gonna talk all day, man. I gotta get some sleep, bro.
All right, man, I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it, dog. Great call, big dog.
All right, no doubt, man. Peace.
That was Tyreek, man, bringing that funk, bringing that thunder. Man, we appreciate y'all rocking with your boy on a late night. Don't fall for the wee woo. You know, it's wee woo on Terrence Steele. They trying to play games. I think it's a combination of what everybody talked about. I think Coach Q hit it best and Pastor Taft hit it best when they was talking about negotiating through the media. I definitely know it's that. I also believe it's a bluff as well. I think they trying to really hide their hand of the real intentions on what they intend to do about the offensive line. Because again, it is honestly no way you can look at us on paper and not see the massive hole on the offensive line. So Tyreek talked about it. Montana talked about it. My boy Tyreek said we should probably have 5 running backs. So Tyreek and I talking about a committee of running backs. If you go have a committee of running backs, you better have a cold offensive line. A cold offensive line. So we go do our part though. Y'all stay with Boss Cowboy Sports. We are going to do our part. This was a perfect show to gear up for what's coming. Because they talking about tackles. They pretending like Terrence Steele is gonna be a swing. Like we stupid. Like we don't know wee woo when we hear it.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
We know bluffing when we hear it. But what's really in your hand? What are your cards? What are your real cards that you playing? So we go spend some time on this week, next week. We go through all of these guys in a bunch of details. And I'm gonna tell you my 2 to me that make the most sense out of everybody. And I'm just being honest. The more and more I'm looking at it, Broderick Jones, and if by chance, because he's a left side player, plus he's played an interior as well. He's a super physical player. He has great tape against some of the best defensive ends drafted, getting ready to be drafted. Broderick. And then obviously DeJuan Jones. So I can't wait till we get into that. I'm excited for the OC to lead that charge on breaking down these guys. Because after we break down all of these guys and we go look at a lot of film together, all of us, we go look at a lot of film together on all these guys. So it ain't gonna be us telling you what to think. You go be able to look at it for yourself and say, yeah, based on what I saw, this is what we should do. And I can't wait for that. I really cannot wait for that. So we gonna continue to give y'all this type of sauce. We gonna try to give y'all this type of energy. We gonna try to continue to give you accurate analysis. as much as possible. I'm not going to always be right. The OC not going to always be right. But we going to definitely do our best to try to tell you what we believe is right. We going to just, sometimes it's not going to be popular. Sometimes you ain't going to like it. So if you love tight end, you didn't like me today. I probably made you mad. I probably made you real mad. Yeah, just keeping it real. If you love tight end, you probably don't like me right now. If you love some LV, I probably pissed you off today. I probably did. I probably did. You know, but I'm doing my best to tell you what I really believe is best for this team. So y'all continue to support Boss Cowboy Sports. Man, we dropping a whole lot of content this week. So you gotta keep your notifications on. You have to. You somebody say just don't be iceberg. Never be iceberg. Never be iceberg. Never be what you saw. Iceberg it's low-key messed up because Iceberg has been a supporter of Boss Cowboy Sports for a long time. He been a supporter. Smart guy. Brought a whole lot of good analysis. But because he didn't know how to disagree. And that's all it was. Because I started calling the tight end idea dumb to take a shot at him. Because you calling me out, I'm going to call you out. That's how I rock. But normally, even if I think the ideal is dumb, I just say I disagree with it. But I'm going to be honest with you. Tight end in the first is bad. I really want everybody to develop the same passion that, because people really believe running back in the first, they'd be like, you never draft. He has to be exceptional. He has to be Bijan Robinson. If he's not Bijan, don't draft him in the first. See, it's a lot of people believe that. And them same people be like, but let's go with Washington. I'm like, nah, bro. Tight end track record is way worse than running back in the first. So, no, but don't be iceberg. Don't throw away years of relationships because you in love with your idea. Don't be iceberg. Don't throw away years of relationships because, well, I gotta literally kick you out because you over here calling people punks and all that kind of stuff just because we don't agree with your idea on tight end and your one guy that you love. And I agree. I think Bijan is overrated. I think Bijan gonna be a good player, but all this generational stuff, it's gonna be just like Pitts. It's gonna be just like Pitts. See, this is what a whole lot of people ain't figured out. And I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you. Draft season is about money. Because this is the thing. All of us win when we have hopes. So, if they can make you hope and make you believe and get excited, you're gonna watch. Have y'all noticed that regardless if it's a great quarterback class or a bad quarterback class, they still market the quarterbacks the same? Have you ever noticed that? Have y'all noticed that? That they market. So this is how the draft works. If it's a weak class, they still go sell it like it's a good class. Cause it's TV. It's about getting you excited. That's all it is. So they pick a few players and they lift them up high as heaven because they want you excited. Pitts is going to be Calvin Johnson. What? Yes. Have you watched this film, boss? Of course. You don't see generational? No. I see his type every 2 years. You don't see a Cal Pitts. He's Calvin Johnson. You have never seen a Bijan Robinson. Yes, I have. I've seen better. Taylor was better in college and faster. He had more production. They gave him a 2nd round grade. More production, faster. In the same division, same conference as Saquon. So Saquon, he had more production than Saquon Taylor did. They said Saquon top 5. Taylor 2nd round. See, you gotta watch that we won draft season. And that's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta really don't listen as much as possible. Watch. Use your eyes. Use your eyes. I had one guy, the only time he ever responded is when I said Steele is better than Zach Martin in run blocking. That's the only time. And then he came back. That's the only time. Oh, boss. No, I don't know about that. And then he said, let's not get too carried away on Tyler Biadasz. Let's not get too carried away. It's like, bro, I didn't vote him into the Pro Bowl. How do you think he got into the Pro Bowl? Like, you think I did that? Oh, you think he made it to the Pro Bowl and he was a bum? Or are you following those people that was telling you that he was sorry? Yeah, you following them people. You following the wrong people too. You following people that ain't telling you right. Cause them same people that was telling you we needed Tyler Linderbaum, they quiet. They ain't say nothing. They ain't even congratulate. They ain't even congratulate Tyler. Them same people. Oh, we need, man, center. That's the biggest liability. Then he make the Pro Bowl. You don't hear nothing from him. See, at least when I was wrong on Steele, y'all saw what I did. I said, man, I told y'all wrong. I apologize. I was wrong on that. He better than Lael. See, these people, they'll be wrong and then they'll just flip like they always like Steele. Was wrong as hell. When my boy Tuck say shooting bricks. It's a whole lot of people was shooting straight bricks on Steele. We showing the film and everything. Man, I'm telling y'all, we showing you line by line, play by play, that Steele was always better. Not always. By year 2, he was clearly better than Lael. But people turn a blind eye to it to be right. Yeah, don't be Iceberg. Do not be Iceberg. Don't do it. Bad idea. Be that Cowboy fan like Montana. That's really who you need to be like. Because Montana, I've been watching him. He been rocking for Zeke. But as soon as Zeke was gone, he flipped. He was like, all right, what we gonna do now to replace Zeke? What we gonna do now to be better without Zeke? He didn't come over here and just go off on everybody. He didn't do all that. He was just like, all right, he gone, so how we gonna replace this money back? What's a real plan? And don't be telling me old boy out of Alabama, because he ain't that dude. Now, he that dude in terms of between the 20s, he ain't gonna be that red zone guy. Don't you lie and act like he also good at blocking. You a lie. He's horrible at blocking. Horrible. See, let's tell the whole truth now. Let's tell the whole truth. Let's not be faking on these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And most of these running backs, I'm talking about most of these running backs are bad blockers. Most of them. Even my favorites. And I'm keeping it real. So this the thing, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with Boss Cowboy Sports, man. Y'all make sure y'all continue to like, share, subscribe to this channel. You could also support us, and y'all been doing this. I appreciate it greatly. Y'all been throwing money at the super chats. We appreciate that. That's helping us grow and organize and do different things. Let's go debut some upgrades. Y'all go see it. You go see it. And you know, the Cash App, because the Cash App is Boss Cowboy Sports through Cash App. Obviously, you put the $ in front of it. So we appreciate everybody that continue to give and support the Boss Cowboy Sports. Most importantly, share the content, like the content, but share the content. Y'all shares are way up. I appreciate that greatly. I see y'all sharing on Facebook. Y'all putting it in a massive amount of groups. I see y'all sharing it massively on Twitter. Y'all shares are way up. I greatly appreciate that. I do owe some of y'all some phone calls, like Shannon. I haven't forgot about you. I just been working long hours, man, and just every time I think about it, I'm busy. But I'm gonna get back to some of y'all because I owe some of y'all some phone calls. I will get back to y'all. But definitely stay tuned for tomorrow and Wednesday, because we got the final word tomorrow, obviously. But I'm gonna be dropping a whole lot more content between tomorrow and Thursday. It's gonna get crazy. I'm getting ready to flood you. But it's gonna be top-notch quality content because I'm truly in my bag right now. I'm truly deep into research right now. It's gonna be really hard to really not see the value of Boss Cowboy Sports, this channel. I thank y'all. I love y'all. Let's continue to push these ideas that's moving us closer to a championship. Let's also not be friendly to where we're afraid to call out bad ideas. Like, I am on a rampage against tight end at 26. If you are lobbying for tight end at 26, I am going to make you very uncomfortable. And I don't care, because it's a bad idea. Because I'm loyal to the Cowboys versus being devoted to you. Speaking my mind.
Bring it real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy was the shit.
Another one.
Cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Sports. Where your voice matters.
Run it up.
Let's go.
Bring it real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy was the shit.
Who ain't switched up?
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
Queen, I see you. Queen, you was always in the background. Queen be the first and the last. What's up, Queen? Love you too, Queen. Love you too. I love it.
Finesse. 2 on.
Finesse.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
2 on.
Finesse. 2 on. Sleeping on me now, cooking his nigga.